Sadhu Vai Chao. Krishna Padre. Om Krishna Padre. Namaste Saraswati Gauravani Namo Mahavadanyaya Vishnu Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namadeva Hey Krishna Karuna Bhakti Gaurang Radhe Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. What is Krishna love? Discuss in chapter number 6 how Narmani continued to describe about his activities after initiation by Lord Vaibhav. How he took to the process seriously, how he became detached from everything material. And even though his mother left at an early age, shelter for him, he was the shelter for him. So such a big calamity came, but still he was undisturbed. Rather, he could take it as a mercy. So this is how the spiritual awakening is realized. That when the greatest of the material problems, difficulty, challenges, they also appear to be the mercy of the Lord. And then no grudge, no blame, no dispute. Other one feels that this is the arrangement of the Lord or bringing it closer to Him. That means one is spiritually awakened. That means really understood what the process is and what the process is. Otherwise, even though after reading the scriptures, understanding to a certain degree, if one is not able to apply them in one's personal practical life, knowledge is only theoretic. So although Narada was just a 5-year-old boy, he could have full realization of the process. And that is why when Narada had such realization at the age of 5, he was so convinced that at the age of 5, people can really understand Krishna fully. He was highly inspired, initiate people of fire to Prahlad. Otherwise, I mean, for us, if we say, pass on the virtual material, तो युद्ध पे जाऊंगे तो तो क्या समझ रहा है कुछ बोलो कुछ सुनता है कुछ समझता है कुछ बोलता है like I don't think so very mature another countries to level so another one that starts your activity because there is asking certain question answering how we left the body how we could remember the past days activities so that all is distracting. And then the sixth chapter comes, and in the seventh chapter, the further description of after hearing all that, what did Vyasadeva do? Vyasadeva was inquiring. So Vyasadeva heard from Narad Muni, what Narad Muni, how Vyasadeva done. So Vyasadeva had his own duties and his own service. So he sat in meditation, and as per the guidance and instruction of Srila Narad Muni, Vyasadeva also started meditating on the beautiful pastime to the Lord. In that transcendental meditation samadhi, what he saw is being described in these verses 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4 and 5 are referring to the Sambandha Tattva. So there he is seeing the Lord at the Purna Purusha, the Lord with all his anshas, kalas. And then he sees him with the Swarupa. And then he's separately seeing Maya behind the Lord, even like a shadow. That's what it's. And then secondly, he sees that how all the living entities are entrapped by Maya. He could see that. That will be described. The diagnosis of the disease is very important before we can prescribe the case. You could see that how the Maya potential, they have covered up the living entity. And because of that covering, the living entity, although completely spiritual, identifies itself with the material world and acts in that way, thinks in that. So this is what we discussed, and then we discussed text number 6 also. Six will be discussed as how the material machines of the living entity are actually superfluous. And direction mitigated by the system. It's direction mitigated by the linking process of devotional service. So we also saw how by practicing Bhakti Yoga one can come out of this. It is a state of existence. So this is described in some also how avidya is the root cause of all bondage. The bondage is there because of sinful reactions are there. Actions are there. The cause of sinful action is a desire, sinful desire. And sinful desire is a product of ignorance. Ignorance is the root cause. And by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, by reading Srimad Bhagavatam, one gets rid of this ignorance. Ignorance of one's identity itself. Because avidya is destroyed by the study of Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why when the avidya is destroyed, then all the products of avidya are destroyed. All the products of avidya are there in the form of different miseries. So they all get destroyed. When the foundation removed, then everything else collapses. So this we discussed, and now there is a discussion of the Prayojan Tattva. So it's expressing the realization in Samadhi. Goswami is saying that in order to make the Prayojan clear and in order to indicate that the Purna Purusha is the Swarupa of Krishna, what we referred in the first verse, Vyasadeva is explaining other realizations to indicate the result of studying the Purna. So he's saying यस्यां वै श्रूयमाणायां कृष्णे परमपुरुषे भक्तिरुत्पद्यते पुंसः शोकमोहभयापः. What happens by reading this book, Yasya Vai Shriyamanana? Shriyamanana means simply by giving oral reception. When you're reading also, in a way, it's an oral reception because the Prabhupada actually dictated on the dictum. Then we are. And now, as far as I understand, even there is a reading available also. Or one can actually hear. Audio. I don't know, is it with purpose or only translation? Audio.
Both with purpose, both active.
Both with purpose.
With purpose also, only translation also.
Language भी. Language.
इसमें म्यूजिक भी है सिर्फ ट्रांसलेशन वाले म्यूजिक भी है बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक
Become more relatable. He kind of a golden ball with the pillars. Again, itself is wonderful, but the power. That's cool. With some diamonds on the top. Oh. So, what happens by doing this? That one understand Krishna as Parama Purusha, Krishna is Bhagavan Chandra, and Bhakti Utpadhyate also, it can create Bhakti in the heart of doing it. Anywhere, now here when the Bhakti, we expect this Bhakti referring to the development of Prema, development of love for Krishna. Not the Samanya Bhakti, by which one's desires get fulfilled or one get liberated. But that's the Bhakti which awakens love for Krishna. And what happens as the byproduct, what happens? Soka Moha Bhaya. Mental life is characterized by Shoka, lamentation for what happened, Moha, illusion of what is happening current, Bhaya of what will happen in future. The result of studying this book is that one becomes liberated from all the three systems of material condition life. And one thing, love for Krishna Paramapurusha. So, this words, Shri Shankara Thakur is using Kemutta Nyaya. Kemutta means if by doing this, this can happen, then what to say if something else is there? Kemutta Nyaya, one example is given in the Ajamila section. That Ajamila was leading a sinful life. What is the life? What to say somebody who is not led a sinful? Ajamila chanted indicatively, not attentively indicating the Lord, just indicating his son. So what will happen to someone who will call out for the Lord directly? Ajamila was sinful, he indicated son, and he chanted only a couple of times, 2 times, once he chanted. What to say of somebody who chanted 16 hours every day? क्या मतलब means इतना करने से इतना मिलता है, इतना करेंगे तो कितना मिलेगा? That is क्या मतलब है? But it says simply by hearing it, prema arises. Simply by giving submissive oral reception of Bhagavatam, one can attain this. Then what to speak if one engages others in hearing? तो सुनने के ज़्यादा दूसरों में मिला है तो और बढ़ जाएगा. And then what greater effect will be there उसको अगर one is discussing that, one is speaking about. What will be the greater effect if one engages others in it? So just by hearing, once the prema arises, and what to say when others hear it, we speak it, make others speak. So, interesting in how much potential it has. Bhakti here means, because it has been said, Ishvaro Sadhya Hridayam or Ujjate Kritasi. This is the 1.1. So simply paying submissive oral reception captured in the hearts. Hearing a Bhagavatam has to have a quality. Actually, the process, what we are doing, especially the 5 most important process. Nama Kirtan, Bhagavad, Shravana, Sadhu, Sangha. Mathura was Srimurti, Shraddha, etc. So, Shri Jagannath Mahaprabhu said that, Rupa Goswami says that any of these 5 angas, even if done, without offenses of it, even done alpa, very small way, small part. It's still the prema village. And we are fortunate to do them every day, consistently. So still, why the effect is not so much seen? Many reasons, but one of the main reasons is that we do not realize the value of that process. And we tend to become inattentive. We tend to bring out our material conception. And we hear Bhagavatam oftentimes, who is the speaker, what is speaking. And last time I was discussing in the class, we go in the mode of passion. We judge the speaker and we hear it either for entertainment. Or is the speaker really nice and you say, point to बोल that part to notice, point to be noted. और लगता है कि ये प्रभु जी ऐसा बोल रहे मैं ऐसा कब बोलूं तो मुझे भी करना so all these kind of impure motivations and consciousness creates it. That's why the process doesn't remain effective. Similarly, while chanting, we all have the experience. Looks like time for taking rest, time for thinking of so many other things, time for good planning. तो सब होने के कारण क्या होता है कि process is so powerful and impactful, but we're not able to utilize the full benefit of it. So Srimad Bhagavatam is so much glorified. Srimad Bhagavatam was first told, and not first, but in the Mahatma it tells Gokarna was telling. So only Dundukari who was sitting in the bamboo, he got delivered. Rest everyone else was also hearing every day. They were in human bodies. Dundukari was the ghostly body living in the bamboo. He got delivered. Viman came for him. Others were wondering. We were hearing, we were making notes, we were recording also. I really have to see somebody who records that somebody hears it again. And hears it ever again. But still, because now mobile camera and audio both are there. So they did not do it. And they asked the Vishnudutas, why for him, why not for us? The plane has come. He said, because whatever he heard, he contemplated. He got absorbed. And became worthful of you. This was told how to understand this, how to learn this, how to apply this. Oh, couldn't sleep. Dundukari couldn't sleep after hearing Bhagavad. He sleep during Bhagavad. So quality matters a lot. In the process of bhakti, in the beginning, even the activity is glorified. Even the inattentive participation in the activity is glorified. Like Nama Bhas, that's all good. But later on, if somebody has to achieve that highest prema for the Lord, then Krishna will test. Will come to this. Now the purport is a testing purport. Test. Then it is Harishte Tadhanushan. And it is now tested. We have become a candidate for that. We have stopped at, somebody cited your Sarupya, Salupya. So, koi chinta nahi. Vaikuntha is a very peaceful place. Very well organized. Everything is just systematic. Time. It's totally disciplined. Everyone follows the system, the laws, rules, regulations, policy. It's so well managed. England, ancient world. Once in a while, Gurukumaras come and something. Once in a while. Now, every day there is chaos. Chaos is the norm in Vrindavan. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So then, when you have to attend system, you have to learn to deal with the chaos without getting it. So it doesn't have to. No. So that is why this quality of hearing, quality trend is very, very. And that's why as we grow, internalizing Krishna consciousness is other good enough to this time. Internalizing Krishna consciousness, one becomes very attentive of what one is doing, why one is doing that, what intention is. One is able to see for once. So Srila Prabhupada glorifies the process of hearing. He says ear is most effective and the only sense which is working when one is asleep. Everyone is full of lamentation at every moment. He's after the mirage of illusory Shoka Moha, and he's afraid of the supposed enemy. These are primary symptoms of the mental. I definitely suggested here in the simply by hearing the message and get attention from the Supreme Personality of Godhead and Shriya Manana as soon as it is affected by the symptoms of the mental disease disappear. Ultimate result of devotional service is to develop genuine love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prabhupada defines love. Love is a word which is often used in relation to man and woman. So, because There is love of different kinds, but still, when people say love, the first thing which comes in mind is the man and woman. Nothing are also in English for love. Still, that is more referring to this. And he says, love is the only word that can be properly used to indicate the relation between Lord Krishna and the living entities. The living entities are mentioned as Prakriti in the Bhagavad Gita, and in Sanskrit, Prakriti is a feminine. The Lord is always described as the Parama Purusha. Thus, the affection between the Lord and the living entity is something like that is in the male and the female. Therefore, the term love of God is quite appropriate. Who says global democracy? And then our Satyavali prayers. Yuvatinam nam yatha yuvani, yunam cha yuvato yatha. Mano viramite tattvam, mano me namakamsai. This is Ruposam. As the mind of young girls take pleasure in thinking of a young boy, those of young boys take pleasure in thinking of young girls. May my mind take pleasure in. And so there was some glorified Mother. Satamayam Sarvitam, Striya Vitanam, Yosavi. But the same thing, it makes the thing clear. Sometimes you understand what is the Ruchi ask. One can understand more in a woman. No connection, nothing, but still the mind has a tendency to get attracted. It doesn't require that one has to have the biodata of some woman to decide whether to get attracted or not. The mind by nature is conditioned in such a way that it has considered that this is the object of attraction and very naturally, spontaneously get. Similarly, the mind and heart of a very elevated they would get attracted towards Krishna. Some would deeper in Mother and Blue. You see the blue cloud, then get thinking of it. Mahaprabhu will take to see ocean and you consider that as Yamuna because the mind is already attracted. So, and then again, devotion will begin hearing. No difference between the Lord and the subject matter heard about. Therefore, hearing about him means immediate contact with him by the process of vibration of the living. When it removes the shoka moha bhaya svaha, the living entity develops a sort of complexity by mental association. And the illusory engagement of the mental body is accepted as an fact. It's very deep layer. It's not about just identifying the body. When the things connected to body, the people connected to body, and the place where we are involved, and whatever else we are involved. It's a very complex mechanism. It's not easy, even as devotees, we have like India should win or lose. It's quite I know that it doesn't matter, but still we have our feelings. Right? And whenever the stock comes, Hindutva and other missionaries, and you want to start boiling. Not for a divine cause, but because of the conditioning factors. When I ask this question, long question to the other one, so many people are preaching, converting, this, that, what should we do? We should teach more. So nothing, nothing like have concern, we do something, but the point is that they're all aspects of mental identification. When a person identifies oneself as servant of the Lord, then you understand that nothing of this world makes any difference between his relationship with Krishna. It only creates an opportunity to serve in one way or other. That's all. The situation of this world only creates variegated opportunity to render service to Krishna. It doesn't make a difference. It does not change anything in our relationship with Krishna. Different situations. Sometimes you push a button into service. And different services are there, but it doesn't make a difference between the relationship. Preach more, enlighten more intensive. One Srila Prabhupada went to the Western world. Are there Hindus? Did he preach to Hindus? He preached to Christians and Jews. They were the main people to whom he preached. And he transformed them. And they are the one who was leading this con in those days, at least now there are a lot of Indian leaders. So what difference does it make? It doesn't make so much difference. And Mahaprabhu was preaching, if you see that period, it's interesting, huh? The Ram Mandir incident happened when Mahaprabhu was there on the planet. See the history. Which year it was?
1530.
1528.
28.
And Mahaprabhu was there till 1534. Interesting. And Mahaprabhu did not say, नीलाचल शंकर चक्र गदा पद्मधर आदिया नगर गंगा कमंडल उदय यह बोले पूरब है रावण बोले
प्रकाश
बोलो फिर वैभव लीला प्रकट षडभुज रूप मेरा ही है ना और षडभुज ना सही कृष्ण सही राम सही गौरव and so that material world, material nature works at its own pace in its own way. One should not really become too bothered and too interested into that. But be too bothered and interested in realizing one's relationship with the Lord, which happens by practicing the films of Bhakti very attentively and very properly. By hearing the subject matter of human Bhagavatam, the false complexity of materialism is removed and real peace of society produces. Hence, the politicians are trying to arrange so much peace conferences and so many ways for taking, but it will not happen unless hearing Srimad Bhagavatam will make the sense of. How conclusion is that simply by hearing the Vedic literature, Srimad Bhagavatam can have direct connection with the Supreme Personality of Godhead Shri Krishna, and thereby one can attain the highest perfection of life by transcending worldly miseries, reason, and fear. These are practical tests for one who is actually given promises related to the reading of Srimad Bhagavatam. So now,
only yesterday one devotee is saying that when we don't have a hunger, then joining the classes, it may not be that much effective. So, but if we don't have hunger and if someone joins classes, can that hunger be created or it is fruitless endeavor? Sometimes for the sake of Bhakti Vaibhav, we join some devotees, and then that kind of realization. So what is your opinion on this? Hunger is required or hunger will be created?
at least one has to go to kitchen and see the menu. If he feels hungry, then he can take it. If he still doesn't feel hungry, then he can take it later. So one may give it a try for some time. And one is finding that he's getting some interest, getting involved, it's well and good. And in case he finds that he's not finding place, his mind is not getting settled, then he may take it up later. The main thing as we were discussing in yesterday was that one has to be focused on having the right attitude. One should not undermine the potency of the process at any stage. One should not say that those who are doing Bhakti Vaibhav are just theoretically doing. One should not have that attitude. One should feel that मेरा passion इतना ज़्यादा है, मेरा तो सूट नहीं कर रहा है, माइंड इतना सेटल नहीं है. क्या पैशन है तो सेवा करूँगा करूँ. That passion, then one should engage that passion in service. Then one will become pure. So फिर सेवा करना चाहिए. And सेवा करते करते भी the basic program what should be given. That should not be compromised. इतना passion नहीं होना चाहिए कि chanting में सब कुछ passion चलता है. Then it will be problem. You see, it's very interesting. Not a direct subject matter, but just because the context is going on. We heard about VP and Kashyap, there's a section going on. 2 weeks. And oftentimes in that, Dhruv Maharaj section is also portrayed. Now, here Kashyap Muni gave Diti a process. Diti has very malicious intentions. She was angry. And Dhruv Maharaj was, in a way, greedy, and he was also angry. To some degree, he was in anger service. He also, greed was there, and anger was there. That's what trembling, that's what he did. And here, Diti, she was so angry that I have to kill it in them. So, these sadhakas, typical sadhakas, they had anarthas. They are more relatable to than compared to Prahlad and Maharaj. They were like one devotees. Bhakti Maharaj had darshan in the room, Prahlad Maharaj had within the room. But these sadhakas are like more connected, at least for me. So both have problems. Now what happened? The process is to be understood. They both mad, bona fide people, bona fide devotees, who are devotees of the Lord, with understanding of devotion. Dhruva mad Suniti, who had such faith that what love millions of mothers like me cannot do, Krishna can do. She had that realization, that's why she prepared. She was not knowing the entire process of training, how to do that, what process to do, but she had failed. She had failed that someone desires to take Krishna, Krishna will guide. That's why she allowed him to go to forest. And Dhruv Maharaj went to forest, he met Narad Muni, he was still ambitious, he was still greedy, he was still angry. But he was determined. So he was submissive to Narad Muni. Actually, many times speakers, in a lighter way, they say that Dhruv Maharaj said, Narad Muni, you want to give me the process, otherwise get off my way. It is not, you read the verses, he says, my dear Narad Muni, you are all powerful. You can give me the right way by which I can attain my end. He didn't say that you get off or something. You shelter of Narad Muni, submitted to Narad Muni. Narad Muni understood that he is a special sadhaka, has different motivations and attaining Krishna. But then because of Narad Muni's intervention, he converted Dhruva's austerities in the way that it is the law. He guided him. So Dhruv Maharaj, while following the process, did not allow his passion to interfere there. He followed the austerity and they were all in the mode of goodness. He had that Kshatriya determination, so he could do it very extraordinarily. But waking up in the morning, taking the, making the deity form, collecting fruits and flowers, offering this, like deity worship, passion goodness. Passion. He followed the process given by an exalted devotee. That time he didn't challenge and say, oh, I'm passionate, I can't do that. He utilized it. And as a man, because he submitted to Narad Muni and the process, that's why he got purified and he had the Shabda. Then his passion and greed and anger got suppressed. So much so that he could meet his stepmother. He didn't say, you are the one because of which I came. He could see the stepmother became an instrument on my achievement of the Supreme. So, sadhaka may have some contaminations, but in part of those contaminations, the basic process which is given has to be followed with the courage. If those contamination interfere with the process, then it's a problem. So Maharaj would have said, so passionate, I want to, fight with Uttanpad and snatch the kingdom and this and that, nothing there. And he would have challenged Narad Muni, how you are telling me this mantra, how will I get my kingdom by this mantra? Similarly, Diti, Akshay Muni gave her a whole life, 1 year of Vrata. It was not small, it was not like 1 day, 10 days, 1 year of Vrata. But the strict rules, and the rule says you cannot be violent towards someone, you can't envy someone, you have to be kind to everyone. That is the rule. So at least in that Vrata period, although her ultimate goal was to kill Indra, but that time she followed that. And she said, okay, I'll follow the process. That's why the process purified. So similarly, we may have passion because of which reading may not be so much. Maybe sitting in long classes may not be so. But then our sincerity is also manifested through following the other parts of the program in the day. So we can do the morning program and we can, whatever is the, designed system in the particular temple or location that we can do, and we can also take our time to reach the proposals for certain duration. Here, like for Guru Maharaj. So some programs should be there, which can be followed, if some not feeling very confident of long hours of study. Not a big problem. But one should not be lazy. I should be doing service with good intention. This is expectation of Prabhupada in the verse. Tesham Satadevtanam Bhajatam Guru. Prabhupada says, if one is not able to read the books, for whatever reason, but if one is engaged in service with sincerity, one renders all kinds of services for pleasing the Lord. One should not say, no, तो ये मैं पढ़ाई भी जमता नहीं है, सेवा भी यही करूंगा, इतना देरी करूंगा, इतनी no. I should consider work as a real service and do whatever is required, whatever is true. The best of ones. Ultimately, as we were discussing yesterday, it's a pleasure of the Acharya which brings us grace of the Lord. That is the thing. Now, how to attain that pleasure? There are many ways. Prime way is by the right attitude. With that right attitude, one may do many things depending on one's capacity and needs. Right attitude is a common thing. Otherwise, one becomes a learned scholar, one becomes proud. Then one is considered like Cobra with there. Well, and this is told by Balram. commerce also. You have the Pandit Manina. You are plus we considering yourself as the Pandit. All your learning is like the memorization of the dialogues of a theatrical actor. No realization. Because this knowledge is not brought about Sadachara. Vidya has not brought Vinaya. He was telling that Vinaya plus Gyan, humility plus knowledge of scripture becomes Vigyan, it gives realization. But Ahankar plus Gyan, pride plus knowledge of scripture, that becomes Agyan.
Yeah.
So Vidya, Vinaya, something. The purpose is that one should engage in all kind of services with a desire to please the Lord. So that attitude is there, and I want to understand that it's somehow or other in my capacity not able to read. Fine. I do some other service of pleasing Prabhupada, and I will really work hard for that. Really sacrifice my time and energy. Okay. Every service requires sacrifice. Every single service. There's no service which can be easily done, which can be comfortably done. No comfort in any service. It's only because we do not be awakened to the best way of doing it. Even पोछा, मॉपिंग करते करते पसीना आ जाएगा अगर सही से किया और ऐसा वो पेंट जैसा उसको ऐसा घुमा दिया कुछ नहीं होगा वो 10 मिनट हो जाए. One really mops the floor, seeing that this is Krishna's floor and every particle of dust should be clean and there should be no spots. उसमें पसीना आ जाएगा, उससे भी हाथ क्लीन हो जाएगा. But you are really careful. लेकिन प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि इधर भी मैकेनिकल है, इधर भी कंडीशन है, इधर भी लाइकिंग डिसलाइकिंग है और ये भी पढ़ने की इच्छा नहीं हो तो मेंटल लेवल पर कोई क्वालिफिकेशन नहीं. बट मेरा मेंटल लेवल पर शुड वर्क हार्ड. ओके, कोई पढ़ पाता है, कोई नहीं पढ़ पाता. मैंने भी नहीं पढ़ती हूँ. I'm videos all over. So I joined 3 times.
Drop out.
Drop out. लेकिन सोने का 10:30 बजे सोना होता. Marathon time, I'm not able to go, or rather I would honestly say that I don't have that much taste and figure for book distribution. लेकिन जो मंदिर का सेवा है उसमें भी एक्सटेंड करना पड़ता है. नाइट ड्रेसिंग होता है तो भी 11 बजते हैं, सुबह 4 बजे वेकअप है. तो बेसिकली वन कैन एक्सटेंड इन एनी सर्विस. दैट इज अलाउड. So all services are required, na? I'm extending DT worship, but Pujari is going out for book distribution. That's fine. Marathon means less eating, less sleeping, and more service. Or book distribution, but within an institution, somebody can distribute, somebody can do something else. It's fine. That's not a big problem. If they're doing it function. So that should be the rule. We should work very hard for taking Prabhupada's business. That's fine. All knowledge gets revealed with that attitude. But ultimately, the true spiritual knowledge is revealed, not captured by mind and intelligence. The revelation. Pradami buddhi yoga. And there is said that Ama Jnana Jambu and Ashyam Yati Bhavasu Jnana Deepena. All happens when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Sarvadhamma, how is it that Rupa Goswami is able to compile such beautiful words? Sarvadhamma said, my dear Lord, I can see that you have bestowed your full mercy upon me. He didn't say the rule. 6 degree है, 6 language आपने पूरा शास्त्र पढ़ा है, उसको क्या? No. Sarvadhamma said, I can see that you have bestowed your full mercy upon me. And Mahaprabhu said, yes. Saying is great humility and position. I became so pleased. I entered within his heart to make him understand what I was. Parmatma there, na? What is it? Sarvasya Chaha Manti Sannivisto. Smriti Jnana Abohanam. That Smriti Jnana Abohanam is all come from the Lord. So एकदम पूरा अपना पूरा ऐसा लेट्स प्रिपेयर करके देखो बोलते टाइम करेक्शन भूल जाते हैं. ऐसा में गौरव दर्शन में ना नोट्स है ना वर्ड्स है, कुछ नहीं है, ऐसे माइंड में चल रहा है फटाफट माइक सामने गंगा बह रही है. It will all be understood by God Vaibhav, not by intellectual adjustment above. God pleased with their desire to serve and glorify. Find the right attitude and power. Sometimes there may be orators also, not only ISKCON devotees, there are many orators also. So they are also empowered. They are empowered by mental energy, Maya Shakti. They also have big followers. Big followers. So many. To name them. So many of them. Watch. They also get lakhs of views. They're also empowered by Shakti doesn't. But then true empowerment is show ko moh bhaya, attraction for the Lord. So now the great sage Vyasadeva, after compiling Srimad Bhagavatam and revising it, taught to his own son, the Sukadeva Goswami, who already engaged in such life. So this is told by Sukadeva Goswami. So here, Srila Vishnu Thakur makes a special point that Bhagavatam was already there, but after Narada Muni instructed Vyasadeva, then Vyasadeva further edited and expanded Srimad Bhagavatam. It was there already, because it is mentioned. But then he made it more elaborate and more explicitly focused on verifying the name, form, qualities, and past tense. And then he taught it to Sukadeva Goswami, elaborating. That is the mention. And because he realized the superiority of prema, his goal, over realization of bliss of Brahman, he taught Bhagavatam to Sukha, so that he also could see the superiority of the bliss of prema. So he was a Brahmagyan, he had knowledge of Brahman. Rather has knowledge of prema, the realization of prema. So it is said by Sri Goswami that one drop of prema cannot be compared with millions of oceans of Brahmananda. One drop of that prema. So Vyasadeva realized it, so he knew his son is Brahmagyani from the beginning. But then Vyasadeva designed a plan by which he taught Bhagavatam to Sukadeva Goswami, and Sukadeva Goswami later recited to Ashwini. In this world also, if the father has experienced something blissful, he will attempt to have his son experience it. This is explaining. First, Vyasa made an abbreviated scripture about Bhakti, but on the advice of Narada, he rearranged it, Anukramaya, purified it, giving most prominence to Bhakti to Krishna. So now, hearing this, that Vyasadeva taught it to Sukadeva Goswami, because Sonakadi Rishis were thinking that Bhagavatam is meant for us only, people who are rishis and already tried other things, they performed yagya, their faces became black and all the other things. So, nahi chala to Bhagavatam se. Keval logo lagta hai na? Because say that many times people think Bhakti is for people who can't do other things. Bhakti is very easy to perform. You know, Bhagavad Gita perfectly. People say, yes, so-called Bhakti is very easy to perform. So-called Bhakti may be very easy to perform. So-called Bhakti means क्या? मन में आया वो कर. मन माने कोई भक्ति बोल. आरोप सिद्ध भक्ति. मान लड्डू गोपाल को क्या खाना है, कहाँ जाना है, क्या देखना है, जो हम करेंगे वही लड्डू गोपाल को. हमारी खुशी में ही लड्डू गोपाल. This kind of bhakti is easy to perform. अन्य अभिलाषिता शून्यम ज्ञान धर्मादि अनावृतम आसान नहीं. Because if one has a desire to eat one rasgulla, you have to come back, eat rasgulla and go back. So very लगता है, अगर हो पाएगा, the whole ocean of material desire, it is very possible to cross over it. So, so-called bhakti में आपने रेखी बचती, otherwise, greatest of the percentages are rendering service to the Lord to bhakti हो गया. Ramanujacharya, Madhavacharya, Madhavacharya. But it's again a question. It's simple, it's easy or not easy. We are having the discussion. Vaibhav spoke Bhakti, Dudlabham. Tough. Vaibhav spoke it is Sulabham. What it is. It is easy or difficult depending on the disposition of the practitioner. Depending on what level of Shraddha he has attained. We attain faith that Krishna is a protector. Krishna is a maintainer. He has everything that good, not for the realization. He has got the knowledge. For him, everything is fine. But somebody is not attained that level of faith, for him, all difficulty, challenges of Bhakti are very bewildering. So, Bhakti is simple but not easy. It's simple to understand. What is Bhakti? Just try to please Guru Krishna. Sincerely, वो word sincerely मतलब उसको समझते तो हमको 10 साल लग जाते हैं. Sincerity क्या होता है? What is sincerity, seriousness and freedom from multiple? And Maharaj sincerity means freedom from multiple motives. Attain that right attitude takes time. And the most effective way in capturing the right attitude is to take association surveys. Much more than what can be attained by even reading hearing. We can take the association by reading hearing also, but interaction also is a powerful. So that's why the Sonagari rishis are asking, Savai Nivruti Nirata, that he was already on the path of. He was already on the path of Nivruti Marg, not on the Pravritti Marg, he was on the path of Nivrutti Marg, he already knows. Sarvatra Pekshako Muni, he was the Muni, he has already done Apeksha to everything else. Tasyava Bhakti Metam Atma Rama Samabhasya. But Atma Rama is self-help, he was not looking for anything. We are looking for. So how such a person like Sadhu Goswami, इतना बड़ा celebrity ब्रह्मज्ञानी, I don't know इतना बड़ा नहीं पड़ा. Swamati is asking Sadhu Goswami. Sadhu Goswami was already on the path of self-realization. He was pleased with his own self. Why did he take the trouble to undergo the study of such a vast meetings? So बात से तो अभी पूरा सुना रही है. Last इसमें रात में एक तो some yes, do the studio. Vast, see the Upanishad 100 is so that 200 is so that. So why do you need to know the study of such a vast? Focus is in the purpose. Atma Ram, one who takes pleasure is the. So everyone is searching out the highest pleasure, but the standard of pleasures of one may be different from another. तो कर्मी का अलग है, आसमान का अलग. Sadhu Goswami had already attended the stage, still he was attracted to undergo the trouble of studying the Srimad Great Bhagavatam. This means that Srimad Bhagavatam is a most great study even for the Atma Ramas who suppressed all the studies of Vedanta. कोई बच्चा 8वीं क्लास तो वो तो बोलेगा कि इंजीनियरिंग करना है. इंजीनियरिंग क्या होगा, बोले वो भी पढ़ाई करने के आगे, वो कौन सी पढ़ाई करने के, क्योंकि इज नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग उसके आगे भी. ग्रेजुएशन के बाद पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन है, उसके बाद डॉक्टरेट है, और डॉक्टरेट वाला जो डॉक्टरेट हो गया उसके बाद ही पोस्ट डॉक्टरेट होता है. डॉक्टरेट के बाद भी पीएचडी के बाद भी पोस्ट डॉक्टर होता है. तो किसी को पता नहीं तो बोलेगा डॉक्टरेट के बाद क्या बचा. सब लोग तो घूम करके डॉक्टरेट तक, ऐसे सब लोग आत्माराम ब्रह्मज्ञानी के लेवल तक पहुंचे. ब्रह्मज्ञानी को क्या पढ़ने की जरूरत पड़ी. दैट वाज द सरप्राइज. नाउ दैट इज ग्लोरीफाइंग. God has the quality of attracting Atma-Rama also. Lord has such qualities, the Atma-Ramas they get to do. And this is a famous verse, which one Bhakti Vaibhav unity there, because Mahaprabhu has explained it himself and the Sanatana Goswami. So has taken that trouble to explain it twice. That's the only verse which Mahaprabhu explained twice. Once to how many meanings?
18.
18?
9.
No, 9 was given by Sarva Bhattacharya. 9 years here. 16 or 18 years. And then Sanatana Goswami referred. Oh, actually, it's time bola na. Mahaprabhu says, I did not make the notes. Notes नहीं है, YouTube नहीं है. उस टाइम जो सक्सेस कर रहा है, उस टाइम बोला था, अब जो करना है कि वैसा बोले. इस बार फिर 64. बहुत इंस्पायर्ड है Sanatana. और जब 18 बारी बोल दिया तो सर्व भट्टाचार्य ने पूरा दंडोत प्रणाम किया. बोले आप ही भगवान, और कोई नहीं कर सकते. लोग मैंने अभी भी डाउट हो सकता है चेतन बाबू है कि नहीं, क्योंकि मैंने बस डिड नॉट हियर चेतन बाबू फ्रॉम बिगिनिंग, क्योंकि डाउट आ गया. सर्व भट्टाचार्य लर्न इट स्कॉलर, ही अंडरस्टूड कि इसको 18 तरीके से एक्सप्लेन कर सकता है विदाउट टचिंग द 9 एक्सप्लेनेशंस आई गिव. दैट मींस मस्ट बी द सुप्रीम पर्सनैलिटी ऑफ गॉड एंड कोई नहीं हो सकता. Was the turning point for Sarva Bhattacharya. Yeah, Atma-Ram verse का relation. Yeah, I don't think. This is the famous, wonderful verse. You know, one of our speakers, those who could be heavy, who took this verse and said that, try to do the 3 sessions. वो केवल Atma-Ram बस इतना एक ही वर्ड में 3 क्लास हो गया 1.5 घंटे का. हम लोग कुछ समझा कुछ नहीं समझा लोग. Even our PDs also is not like so mature sometimes.
Who gave class?
I think that you would not in society now because sometimes too much scholarship also can. I'm saying that so much is there, the Kathakars and speakers. And let us decide. Suta Uvacha. Suta Uvacha. Atmanamascha Munayo. Atmanamascha Munayo. Kanta. Urvantya hai to kim bhakti. Urvantya hai to kim bhakti. Sam Bhuta Guno Hari. Sam Bhuta Guno Hari.
All different varieties of Atma. All different varieties of Atma Ramas. Those who take pleasure in the Atma or self, spirit self, usually those established from the past self-realization. Those freed from all kinds of material bondage, desire to render unalloyed devotional service to the personality of God. This means that the Lord possesses transcendental qualities and therefore can attract everyone, including the greatest souls.
We will little bit discuss Krishna Chaitanya some else to go. He said the name Grantha, it implies three things. Somebody is beyond the scripture, somebody is beyond the false ego, somebody is beyond the rules. So people who are either beyond the scriptures or even they are free from false ego or they are beyond the rules and everything, they also become attracted to the Lord because of his transcendental qualities and they render pure unmotivated service to Krishna. So he goes in this direction and saying that Nirgrantha has three meanings. One is those who are freed from scripture. Scripture means those who are freed from the karma kind of stuff. That's why he quotes his words. Yada te moha karidam buddhir miti harishyati. So with Krishna telling Arjuna when your intelligence completely crossed over the denseness of religion will be different to all that you've been heard or that you heard. So that karma kind of second thing, he said, Grantha can mean not of false ego. Thus, Grantha means those who are free from a lot of false ego. Which they Granthi. Or third thing, Grantha can mean bondage of rules and regulation. So, those who are beyond, like Charai, Vidhi, Gochara. Such people also perform bhakti. What kind of bhakti? Ahatukim bhakti. Bhakti produces jnana, but is superior to jnana, therefore it's the best or who become among the Lord produces the best method of. So there are kind of three questions that are posed by it. Can Bhakti deliver the liberated? Because Granthi means one is liberated. Can a work discussing server and serve deliver those who have given up all identities of ego? Because ego means Brahma, I'm eternal. So then there is a discussion of master and servant relationship. Can such kind of literature attract them? Can the rules of Bhakti described in the Bhagavatam deliver those who have given up rules and provisions? And to destroy all such protest, the verse says, Itam Bhuta Guna. The Lord has such attractive qualities that even Aswaramas become attractive because of their practice with predominance of Bhakti, or even just by mercy alone, the Lord gave mercy to the Kumaras. इसलिए भगवान ने सैंपल दे दिए, चार कुमारों को सैंपल दे दिया और एक सुखदेव गोस्वामी का सैंपल दे दिया. They are the best known transcendentalists. Totally Brahmagyanis from the very beginning. They were not like, they had to take some time to be Brahmagyanis. All Brahmagyanis. And they had no desire. They were not attracted. Sukadeva Goswami had no discrimination between man and woman. So how can such a person be attracted toward pastime between, Lord and gopis, for example? There is no discrimination. He's just walking and he's seeing some ladies are there. And see, what is this? Body is just covering on the soul. You could see the soul. Vyasdev is running behind Putra, and the ladies are covering them. That is respect. So he has no attraction for any of these activities between man. But the Lord's qualities are such and so transcendental that in such people who are beyond liberation or beyond the concept of any kind of false ego, beyond the bondage, they also get attracted to the Lord. And that's why Lord gave these two examples. The Lord of the devotee may give mercy to some Atmaramas in the same way. They perform unmotivated bhakti. Some Atmaram may perform bhakti with a goal of merging into. Some perform Ayatiki bhakti, some perform Hetuki bhakti. They perform that bhakti to realize the Lord and then they want bhakti. That example.
That's what they do. Some means others have some other explanation. Some aspire for merging in Brahman. What is the explanation of others?
Others do Ayatiki. Ayatiki means
So for
They do bhakti for pleasing the Lord. I think. They do bhakti for getting praise. Some do for wanting Lord. See,
you know
no,
their gains.
no, but they will gain is not that by hearing about the Lord, they became attracted. First, till the time they heard about Lord's qualities, till that time they were very satisfied in their Brahman realization. Meditating on the Brahman, the all-pervading, formless, intelligent, Brahma. They were satisfied with that, like four Kumaras or
That is saying, what is the goal of those people? Means, for example, कुछ तो रहेगा. वो ब्रह्मज्योति वर्ग करना नहीं है. When they are doing that.
No. They may not merge with the Lord. They may not merge with the Lord. They may be willing to reside in the Brahma Jyoti. I am not sure. They will just going to have on the goal. For the people who realize that Brahman realization, if they are not offensive, they attain Shantarati. That is explained by Shri Vishnu. They attain Shantarati, they go to Vaibhav, and there is no interaction. No, they are not interested in any. They are just happy that there is no material misery, and they are meditating on Lord. Lord in the sense of not the personal qualities of the Lord. Glories of the Lord, Ashwarya of the Lord, meditating. Greatness of the Lord. Right? So that is their meditation. They don't have personal connection with the Lord. Personal service attitude is not developed. That connection, relationship, service has not developed. So those who do this Gyan Mishra Bhakti, they attain the Shantarati. They become objects in Vaibhav. Now objects are conscious. Their objects are not like objects here. But still they are called objects because there is no interaction with them. So they attain Shantarati. That is their destiny. And those who see Paramatma, those yogis, then see Paramatma, then they try to develop some service attitude, they may develop some Dasya Bhakti or Dasya Bhakti. So then also becomes Shanti. That's the maximum they can do. So from this, they come to the level of prema by hearing about the glories of the Lord, where they want to have an active reciprocal relationship with the power. And then in the third canto, Lord Kapiladiv section, we described that somebody may see the Lord of this his mind may be attracted of merging with the Lord from the side. That's also one kind of mukti. Kavalyam Narakayate, it is one kind of suicide, but it is one kind of mukti also. It's seen from the perspective of material bondage, it is mukti. Why not by Shokamo Bhaya is not disturbing. But seen from the spiritual standard of having a loving relationship with the Lord, it is suicide because they are losing their opportunity to have a relationship. The people. But Brahma Sahitya Mukti, na, one may say Mukti ko suicide kaise bolte? Mukti because material miseries are not there. Suicide because the spiritual affection is not there. It is not, revealing the full potential of the soul. The full potential of the soul is even a Sarupa Krishnera Nitya Das. The full potential of the living entity is experienced and realized in his relationship with Krishna only, not in relation. Is experienced in relation with Krishna. In all other levels, there is realization, but of different scale. Mahaprabhu came to give that whole like high max level of realization.
तुम्ही चैतन्य चेतामृत श्लोकम कृष्ण कहे आमा भजे मायने विषय सो विषम आगे अमृत छाड़े विषम आगे ये बड़ा मूर्ख. So that shloka this is referred to this categories of devotees.
It applies somebody who has been anugat, who has been accepted by Mahaprabhu. So many people are going and asking them, so when they ask directly, Lord deals with them in a business way. But when it goes through a pure devotee of the Lord, then this thing applies. That's why Kashyap Muni and Narada Muni could purify this personality. They came in with it. Although Hiranyakashipu asking for enter kingdom, now what is the difference between Hiranyakashipu's desire and Dhruva's desire? Hiranyakashipu asking something similar, no? He got the adipatya of all the 13 planets. Did severe austerity? He did austerity severe than Dhruva, for longer time than Dhruva. And it was very similar. Like Dhruva stopped his breathing and the whole universe got suffocated and Hiranyaksha was also meditating, the fire emanating from him was burning the entire universe. So very similar. But Hiranyaksha is not glorified, it is not protected by Vaishnavas. Couldn't get the mercy. If this applies to someone who is being blessed by a devotee, he understands the process of pure devotion service, but he's still his heart is weak and he's still hankering and Krishna to it. So, the Prabhupada is quoting from Chaitanya Charitamrita. But this time, Prabhupada has not translated Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Charitamrita commentary is later. This commentary is 3 days. So he said there are 11 factors in the sloka, all the 11 words are there. And then there are 7 words for Atma. Right? And there are 7 words for Munay, Atma, Rama, Munayo. The Grantha has 4 ideas, Nirgrantha. And the me has, so basically it's a combination and then different explanations are given. For that you can refer Chaitanya Charitamrita, Subodhini for Madhyalila, teaching the Sanatana Goswami, where Gaur Dashikuru and the team have put all the 64, categories, Atmanantis, and all that, bad things. It's a good thing to know. All of them are attracted to the lotus feet of the.
जी मैं कभी सोचता हूँ सुध गोस्वामी ने भी इतनी मीनिंग सोचूंगा ना वर्ष बोला होगा ये इस 64 मीनिंग्स निकल मैंने भी सोचा होगा नहीं सोचा होगा.
This is good. Unalloyed devotion service of the Lord progresses in different stages. Practical devotion service is systematic of 81 different qualities. Above such activities, the transcendental practical devotion service, which is one and is called sadhana. Practice sadhana bhakti. It is not mixed with anything. It is immature. It is not yet ripened, but still it is kacha. That means right now also we know that we have to come to the stage of Anya Abhilashita. We may have Abhilashita, but we are not pursuing them. We are not doing bhakti to fulfill them. Not just like chanting, Diti was doing something like that, but then Krishna will come to write in the lesson that even Tamagudi Bhakti very good. He was with that intention, but while doing Bhakti, Kashyapuni told her, while doing this process, you can't be envious of anyone. You can't be violent toward anyone. You have to follow all that. So forcibly she was restricted. Her intention was that, goal was that, but while doing the process, she was not having. That's why she got killed. So sadhana bhakti, although not yet fully ripened, but it is of the same quality. It has that same ambitions and aspirations. In a government district, unrealized, at the level of print, but all the things.
मुझे समझ नहीं 81 के अलावा 82nd है साधना भक्ति 81 तो मोड्स में हो गई
81 मोड्स में तो वो अलग ही कैटेगरी है ये अलग कैटेगरी कैटेगरी अलग है 82nd नहीं कैटेगरी अलग है डिविजन सर्विस automatically turn into pure devotion service हो सकता है and devotee enters and he has to give the bhakti of the reed he has to give the reed of Shuddha Bhakti. It's a different fruit altogether. Those are different. The attachment of an inactive devotee develops up to the stage of transcendental love of God. Then Prabhupada goes quite deep into this purport, into rasas. And he describes the rasas after prema. See this 9 progressive stages of loving service under the heading of attachment, love, affection, feeling, affinity, adherence, following, excessive, intense feeling of separation. This is not Shraddha to Prem. This is above Prem. 9 stages of above Prem. Where again that Bhav, Bhakti, Raja, Anuraga, so he is telling that. And then he goes further. The attachment of an active servitor, that means Dasya goes up to the stage of adherence. Sakya goes up to the stage of following. Surrender Vasana, so devotees in conjugal love develop access to the stage of intense feeling of separation. That is the person form of Lord Shri Krishna is so attractive that it complements all attraction and all bliss and all taste. These attractions are so strong that no one wants to exchange them for material enjoyment, mystic power, and development. Bhakti Mukti Siddhi. There's no need of logical argument in support of this statement. Out of one's own nature, one become attracted by the qualities of God. Great sages such as the four bachelor devotees. That's right. They are attracted by the fragrance of flowers and principles. Another Sundar was attracted by the transcendental path of the Lord. Because he was already situated in the world of destiny, yet he was attracted by the path of the Lord. With food and the quality of the path of nothing will be attracted. And then the young coward also got attracted to the body of the Lord. He was attracted by hearing about this. Not Krishna giving the mind of the goddess, you know. They attract in the special cases the mind of all young girls, they attract the mind of elderly ladies, kind of all the same. And then he gives the Hari name, Sarva Mangal Hari, Prem Se Hari, Hari Mat. Five person features in transcendental attributes the Lord affect all psychological activities of the devotee. Such is the attractive power of God. So, by interpreting each and every word of sloka, one can send the number of transcendental qualities of God. So, Vyasadeva, in order to get Sukadeva Goswami back, he decided to go to the Bhagavad. Vyasa made his mind, then he made him study the full Bhagavad. This shows the glory of, by the mercy of Narada, Vyasa realized the sweetness of Krishna consciousness. By the mercy of Vyasa, Sukadeva realized the same sweetness. That would be it. Hare Raghunathshitamate,
Hare
Bhagavan Badarayane, Adyagan Mahadakhyanam, Nityam Vishnu Jan
Srila Shukadeva Goswami, son of Srila Vyasadeva, was not only transcendently powerful, he was also very dear to the devotees of the Lord. Thus, he underwent the study of this great narration, Srimad Bhagavatam.
Two things happens with the Goswami, mind got distracted from trance by the qualities of Krishna. Mind was fixed. Meditating on the Ashwara aspect of the God, not the personal qualities of the God. The God has all kind of qualities, all qualities. We are talking the personal quality, like sweetness, like beauty and compassion. So he became distracted. And similarly, the four Kumaras also, as soon as they smelled Tulsi and Makaranda, the conception of Brahman gets taken up and shown with that. And he also became attracted to the Vaishnavas, or Vaishnavas became very dear to him. So Vishnu Jana, yeah, both ways it can happen. Uday Goswami became dear to the Vaishnava, or he became attracted to the Vaishnava. Both ways. So, so we started thinking this way. My intelligence is unfortunate because though the Lord's quality are so sweet up till now, that intelligence has been engaged used as in realizing. Saram Bhattacharya, later on he says to Gopinath Acharya, Tarkika Sragala Sange, Bhev Kar. He says that till now, I was with the Tarkika, who were like jackals. Jackal, one jackal, another jackal is out of it. They have a combination. Tarkika Sragala Sange, Bhev Kar. And now with the same mouth I am saying,
Right.
Krishna Hari or something like this. So with the same mouth, now I am able to chant the holy name of God. That was the transformation which he. So similarly, Sudhir Goswami is feeling like this. That till now I have been engaged with us in realizing Brahman. How attractive it is. Vyasadeva made Sukadeva, who was in transcendental trance and lonely past years, connecting verses from the Bhagavatam with excellent Krishna qualities in some of his powers. We discussed that. The foundation quality of Krishna is Shri. And Shri stands for beauty, and Shri stands for compassion. These are the two qualities by which Krishna attracts There are others also, but these are the foundation for all of the work.
Sika Shikhar Krishna Swarama Karuna. Sika Shikhar Krishna Swarama Karuna.
That is there, these qualities are there. So that's why they decided two words. Rather than taught those good cutters, two words, they were reciting them. RPD, so.
Easily overcame another miss. Overcame, second one mistake.
And second one is overkill. First, he decided from this, by which Sukdev Goswami was just never heard of a beautiful person like this. Or RPD, or Kadan, the top, network, just like a nut, like it has. One flower in 2 years. What is this one flower in 2 years? One flower in 1 year, and 2 years or that means it keeps on changing. Give the direction. What I'm saying is that they don't know because these are code languages. If you put here now, you will take a left. And then he's going there, he's putting here, that we will take a right. There is signals. Where will he go? The forest, so the fish can make the fashion. And then the convention, how working is these two verses, Sukdev came back with the person who then said and heard and touched. I follow those verses trance was broken. My attempt to do is just broke the trance. Story there in Brahma, Vaibhav.
ये दोनों वर्सेस ब्रह्म में तो पुराण में आते हैं जो कोट किए थे
How Sukdev Goswami came back.
ये दोनों वर्सेस वहां आते हैं
दोनों verses.
है तो भागवतम के बट वहां भी कोट किए गए हैं ब्रह्म पुराण में
After conquering father and son, Vyasa and Sukdev cried towards the Brahma realization. Bhakti made them like an umbrella. Made them like an umbrella which give relief to the whole world because they are reciting the Brahma. Tau Kadam, Sat Bhivana. How do you read it? Javada Mandela, Srimad. We grant those who do not have the Bhakti in their history are like thieves who deserve the punishment of. By the association of pure devotee like Yadav, in the liberated soul become attracted to the transcendental qualities of.
Goswami was hearing all this message, Quran, and he was in the room. So therefore he got that civilization after coming out from the house. And we are going to tell our commentary about it. And he was not the second time.
Okay. There is a practically you are thrown from the impersonal concepts of the absolute thinking within himself that he has simply wasted so much time devoting the impersonal to the supreme. Or in other words, he realized more transition to place the personal feature than the devotees do not like the impersonal much, so that the impersonalists also do not like devotees. Two transcendental pagans have sometimes been competitors, and they like to be separate from it. So Sukdev Goswami also had no liking for the devotees, but when he became a saturated devotee, he desired always the transcendental association of the Vishnu Janas. Vishnu Jana liked his association. Now the question as to how Sukdev Goswami was attracted with the narration of the Bhagavatam is thus completely answered by this. This shows the greatness of Bhagavatam. The speaker Sukdev Vyasa and the same heart. According to the heart of the speaker, one should study the meaning of Bhagavatam at all times. There is no other. So that is important because purposes, so many commentaries are there on Bhagavad Gita, but none of them is bona fide because they are not representing the heart of the Lord. That is why studying Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Padho Gya, and Bhagavad is time. Otherwise, Aveshtam, Mukos Girna, Uttam Hari Kathamritam. Uttam Hari Kathamritam. How can Hari Kathamritam? Uttam is like milk. Aveshtam, Mukos Girna, Uttam Hari Kathamritam. Shravanam Neva Kartavu, Sarpo Chitta Yatha. Oh, it's Kathavamtam. Kathavamtam, how can poison act? But that is being destroyed. That even such Hari Kathavamtam, the content of Srimad Bhagavatam is heard to the mouth of those who are not Vaishnava, avenged. Then it will have a different effect. So now the question of how Parikshit heard the Bhagavatam by fasting till death, other topic will be discussed. Now the next section begins. Maybe we'll have a break right now, then we'll go ahead with this section. It's okay, 12 to 10.
Yes.
1:20 and.
I still forget it.
उसमें भी लगा लो मगर
In time. अगर शेप जहाँ से है वो फिर का बैटरी करेंगे.
तो मुझे कह रहे हैं मोबाइल पे सुन चला लो।
लगा दो इस मोबाइल पे सुन रहे हो
हाँ.
बैटरी डाउन लगेगी तब तक करेक्ट लगेगा
Right.
मिलाया हूँ प्रतीक का
अलग आइडिया है.
Happy, no?
पैसा ये भी फिर से लिया. तो उसकी भी वैसे कुछ नहीं है. तो ये लिंकिंग कीजिए हर बार
जो मिला था दूसरा मारा तो
अभी ब्रेक है तो ब्रेक के बाद छठे
ये बाबा जी क्या कर रहा था क्या कर रहा है
तिथे एक पाठवलं आहे व्हेरिफिकेशनसाठी सुभाष करून आपल्याला ह्या करून घ्या हरिकृष्ण.
नहीं दे रहे हैं.
क्या प्रश्न आवाज नहीं सुना
यूज नहीं थे.
कोई यूज नाही
चलो भाई ना. हाँ लेके गए. बोलो बोलो मेरा एक्चुअली मैंने क्या बोला तो मुझे को डांटते हैं. ओए क्या कर रहे डॉक्टर से ये कौन लिखा है कैसे नहीं किसी ने इतना किसी ने चाहिए तो सुपर ने लिखा है हम बोले सोच आप एक चीज सुना था संडे का 2 मैच समस्या है
ऐसा एक पास में आता है इसमें। हाँ।
Now that Sutta Goswami has explained how Vyasdev received the Srimad Bhagavatam from Narada, how he gave it to Guru Goswami. Then I come to the second part of how Parikshit Maharaj came to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Guru. Guru Goswami had learned, and now he is at heart. He's seen how he is the past cases. Now the scene of Parikshit Maharaj started. And then in the 18th chapter, 19th chapter, Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadeva Goswami will, and then Sukha and Parikshit will begin from first, second canto, first chapter. That book will be. So because the sages had earlier asked how Parikshit Maharaj gave up his kingdom and was ready to die at the time of crisis, even though it might be beneficial for him to see body in such a way, but a king cannot think of his own benefit. He has to live for others. So how did he take the decision? Why did he come? So now going into Parikshit Maharaj. And this is somewhere where Mahabharata is getting concluded. Some of the sections of Mahabharata which are relevant and where Krishna is prominently present are taken through. All the Mahabharata is linked. So first canto is almost like quite a good section of Mahabharata. So now starting from this 7th chapter till 19th chapter is almost like Mahabharata. So Mahabharata also contains this first time Parikshit Maharaj leaving this world, but then it is told in another context, in another way. Krishna is not so much highlighted there. Some of the Mahabharata stories just say that Parikshit Maharaj made a palace where the snake could not enter, protect himself. But this Bhagavatam gives the best version of what actually happened. Parikshit Maharaj. So because the goal of Mahabharata is more like encouragement for following the Chatur Purushartha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. That is why the way the first times are narrated are different. And the way they are narrated in Srimad Bhagavatam, where the goal is Prema Murtama. It's a central feature of Srimad Bhagavatam. Especially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that Aradhya Bhagavan Rajesh Same, Tadham, Indavan, Srimad Bhagavatam, Prema. This was missing. There was no literature which was highlighting Prema as a goal. Dharmartha Kamoksha was there in all the other literature, including Ramayana and Mahabharata, Vyasas. And that is why Narada said that this literature cannot ultimately satisfy the person. So now that last time is beginning. So Srila Prabhupada in the first few verses, it comes of Krishna Katho there. Krishna Katho there. So he's highlighting on Krishna Katha, hearing Krishna Katha, reciting Krishna Katha, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, and that's seen systematically, not like jumping to the 10th canto direction. That you will say that unless one has studied the 9th canto very well, understood the purpose, one will not jump onto the 10th canto direction, then one will not be able to appreciate. So that is a common theme. Because this chapter is the glorification of Bhagavatam, so Prabhupada's emphasis on hearing Srimad Bhagavatam is quite a lot. It's a repeated theme in the purpose. So now, because I'm not going too much details in the purpose, this is one of the themes which is very much highlighted. How to hear Srimad Bhagavatam, why to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Hear it systematically, not at all. So that is one, and then many things are contextual based on one.
Swami first addressed the Rishi headed by Saunaka. Now I shall begin the transcendental narration of the Lord Sri Krishna and topics of the birth, activities, and deliverance of King Parikshit, says amongst things, as well as topics of the renunciation of the worldly order by the sons of Pandu.
So how Pandavas retired timely and how Parikshit Maharaj delivered all that he did. And Srila Prabhupada will again glorify power. importance of systematically understanding Srimad Bhagavatam from the beginning. So, any historical fact, old or new, which has a connection with the activities of the Lord, is to be understood as a transcendental narration of the Lord. Without Krishna, all the literature like Puranas and novels are simply stories of historical facts. But with Krishna, they become transcendental. The special significance of this Purana, Bhagavatam, is that the activities of the Lord are central and not just supplementary historical facts. Because in other places, sometimes there's more of philosophy, sometimes there's more of katha, more details. Like, say somebody reads the Nursing Puranas, other things. Now, how Hiranyakashipu tried to kill Prahlad, that is very prominently described. How many ways? And then when Narasimha appeared, he killed him. That's all. Bhagavatam, if you see, that part is very small, but what Prahlad Maharaj offered, that's a picture. So here, the special significance is the activities of the Lord are central. The relation with the Lord and devotees, the prayers are central. And other narrations like how Ajamila did his sinful activity. That is just said that he engaged in all kinds of sinful activity. But in other Puranas, we go through how Ajamila looted, how he cheated, all narrations are given. So you find it very interesting. But then you know what are the samvad between Vishnuduta and Yamduta? That is not. So the glories of the Lord are not explicitly and profusely explained in others. The storyline is there, sort of masala is there. Substance is. So these activities are central and not just supplementary historical fact. Thus, Srimad Bhagavatam is recommended by Lord Jagannath as the Amala. The class of less intelligent devotees of the Bhagavad Purana who desire to relish at once the activities of the Lord narrated in the 10th canto without first understanding the primary canto. They are under the false impression that the other cantos are not concerned with Krishna and thus more foolishly than intelligently they take to the reading of the 10th canto. Here, the readers are especially told that other cantos are as important as 10th. No one should try to go into the matters of the 10th canto without having thoroughly understood the purpose of the other 9 cantos. Devotees and Lord are interlinked and therefore they cannot be separated. Their talks about them are all Krishna topics. This is very important because many times prematurely people want to jump into that canto, the relation between the Lord and the devotee. But actually, it's very important to understand the greatness of the Lord first. With full knowledge of greatness, then we can truly appreciate this. This is an important lesson. Thanks.
Then the respective warrior of camps, namely Kauravas and the Pandavas, were killed on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and the dead warrior obtained their reserved destinations. And when the son of Dhritarashtra fell down lamenting, his spine broken, being beaten by the club of Bhishma Sen, Bhimsen, the son of Dronacharya. Ashwathama beheaded the 5 sleeping sons of Draupadi and delivered the heads as a prize to his master, foolishly thinking that he would be pleased. Duryodhana, however, disapproved of the heinous act. He was not pleased in the least.
This is the conclusion of Kurukshetra war. Actually, the warriors of both sides of that. Now, Krishna has already shown this conclusion before the beginning of the war. Also. He is showed to Arjuna that except for you 5 Pandavas, no one else would survive. Everyone else would die. But see that teeth of the Kala Rupa of the Lord were changed. Some were going inside, some were getting chewed. It's very horrible. So then they all died. And then Duryodhana was beaten up by Bhimsen. You know that past time. He has got the benediction, his body became cut off. Samad. So only the part, thighs part, remain. And Bhimsen has already taken a vow that I will break the thigh, but he has invited Draupadi to sit on that. That was his vow, and Krishna and then so then Bhimsen hit him there, and then kind of broken his life there. Ashwatthama trying to please Duryodhana. He goes, and while he's going, the Mahabharata describes in great details that, he has been given a sword by Lord Shiva. And a lot of things happen in the whole narration is there. We see that owl is there, he comes, and birds are there in the nest, owl in the night. It's a place. So that's there you get the idea. By sleeping, I should attack. Otherwise, Kshatriyas don't attack with sleep. So he got the idea, and then he got the sword, and he went and then killed the 5 sons of Brahma. Then he ran away. And then he presented those 5 heads. Duryodhana thought that the 5 Pandavas were killed. Okay, but when Duryodhana picked them still and pressed it, it broke. Duryodhana understood these are Pandavas. So he had mixed feelings. 5 sons of Pandava killed, so he thought that now the lineage will no more continue. There's no one to continue the lineage, so he was worried about that. So swallowed that. Sons have died, but hearing of the son's death, Pandavas have not died. He wanted to see the Pandavas die, one thing or other. Because they are killed or they are died because of grief. Both did not happen. So out of that lamentation, he died. So he died. So,
Doesn't
Duryodhana died after that because he died with both joy and sorrow.
Why joy?
After feeling joy that his enemies had been killed, he began to lament since he understood that his enemies such as Bhima had not been killed on seeing the gift that children had been killed. So he saw that enemies are killed, so he felt joy because of that. But then he understood that real enemies are not killed, so then he felt lamentation. That's what he said. Thus he died with both joy and sorrow. Therefore he had to spend all people condemn this phenomenon. And Prabhupada is again focused, as I said, Prabhupada's mood is here, Krishna Gatha, but that mood is still pervading. But these topics are all transcendental, both Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam are transcendental topics. Gita is Krishna Gatha. It is spoken by the Lord, and Bhagavatam is also Krishna Gatha because it is spoken about them. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted everyone to be informed of both Krishna Gatha by his Lord. Lord Chaitanya Krishna included in the Java devoted Krishna, therefore the versions of both Lord Krishna and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are identical. And Bharat Bhumi Dhamma Jalam Haidija, Janam Karthika. Properly lamentation.
Draupadi, the mother of the 5 children of Pandavas, after hearing the massacre of her sons, after hearing the massacre of her sons, began to cry in distress with eyes full of tears. Trying to pacify her in her great loss, Arjuna spoke to her thus.
Because lamenting is natural for a mother to cry when the children are. The other 5 children, all are killed. No one is living. Already Abhimanyu is killed. And no one in the direction of continue the lineage and continue the lineage. So this is Arjuna is saying.
जी अर्जुन की 4 पत्नियां थी.
Properly थी, वो लोग थी.
नहीं एक और थी वो नॉर्थ ईस्ट साइड से. बेटे का नाम भुवनेश्वर था. भुवनेश्वर करके नाम था बेटे का.
उलूपी है.
उलूपी.
The point
When the son was born, that was
भुवनेश्वर करके कुछ नाम था. भुवनेश्वर करके कुछ नाम था बेटे का. हाँ तो बेटा.
he only defeated, ना?
अर्जुन only.
हाँ.
था बेटा.
हाँ तो वही ना third ना?
लीनियज कंटिन्यू हो सकती है.
अच्छा वो नहीं क्या? हाँ.
मतलब मेंशन मतलब पता नहीं हमको क्या पता रजिस्टर की भीम की भी ऐसे 2 वाइफ, एक वाइफ तो डिब्बा थी. क्या पता और भाई रजिस्टर की भी हो ऐसा एक पत्नी व्रत तो था नहीं. मतलब पता नहीं मतलब महाभारत नहीं पढ़ी.
पता नहीं. This is the last. Parikshit Maharaj is the last survivor of entire dynasty. That's how it's mentioned. Next chapter. चलो आगे देखेंगे.
ये सब सुत गोस्वामी बोल रहे हैं.
हाँ.
सुखदेव गोस्वामी ये सब नहीं कर रहे.
पूरे घंटे में बोले.
तो सुखदेव गोस्वामी सेकंड 19 चैप्टर में एंट्री होगा. वो पॉज में. विनोद भागवतम सुन लिया है. अभी contemplate कर रहे हैं वो लीला देख आगे आएंगे. I am roaming in the forest. I reached Parikshit Maharaj से पहले.
उससे पहले कथा वगैरह तो करते
उससे पहले नहीं. मैंने राजेश्वर.
शायद बेटे का नाम बबरू वाहन था शायद.
तो भी
बबरू वाहन था. और अर्जुन को हराया था शायद. अर्जुन को ही हराया था बबरू वाहन.
yeah maybe. I don't. Here we will discuss.
O gentle lady, when I present you with the head of that Brahmana, after beheading him with arrows from my Gandiva bow, I shall then wipe the tears from your eyes and pacify you. Then, after burning your son's body, you can take your bath standing on his head.
ये सत्य में है हम दोनों दे. सत्य है ना. ऐसे ही है. When Duryodhana Shashan they insulted himself, you know. I will rip apart the chest of the Shashan and drink his blood. It's a vegetarian, eh? Vegetarian. Like that. Duryodhana told you come and sit here today like told that. I will break the thigh of. Kshatriya लोग ऐसा. Similarly, Arjuna also spoke that I'll behead that Brahmana, Brahma Bandhu. Then I shall wipe the tears from your eyes and pacify you. Bring the head back. You can take your bath standing on this. Graphically सोचिए.
फिसल ना जाए.
जी, this Dronacharya was Kshatriya training, but Brahmana gave Kshatriya training.
Yeah, they could teach. They could teach the art.
Brahmanas were also like.
They can teach.
Kshatriya का spirit भी थी ना. Brahmana तो कैसे spirit.
That is why Krishna and Bhagavad Gita he said that Dronacharya is not appreciated because he's a Brahmana but he did a Kshatriya.
Okay.
He performed another man's duty, not appreciated in one sense. Because he went to Drupal, he asked and then he became at a war with him. He trained Pandavas and Kauravas, then he went back, got the revenge. And his son also in warfare, Ashwatthama. That's not appreciated. It's called Paradharma, another's duty of God.
Brahmanas can learn Kshatriya art because he done that from Parshurama. ये तो काम तो क्षत्रिय का है लड़ाई करना, तो आपने फर्स्ट प्लेस में सीखा ही क्यों?
Not teaching him. Learned it for teaching. I don't know what is the history of how he learned that. But Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, you find in the commentary, Krishna says there is a Paradharma called Dronacharya. It's also Paradharma, not his natural duty. He can learn and teach, but to fight is not a duty. He can learn, he can teach. Martial art is also, he can teach, but to fight in the war is not. But then, whatever, he was obliged to Kuru dynasty or whatever was the plan. What? It's not necessary, the coaches don't play in the, what do you call it?
तो जब आपको आता फिर आपसे रहा भी नहीं जाएगा ना बिना तीर खिलाए. सीखो ही मत.
That's why.
जैसे भी ब्राह्मण काम पठनम वही सब है ना.
Patan Patan. No, so Brahmana can perform in emergency the duties of all the four Varnas. That's the Brahmana. He can do that. He can work. He can teach. So he lives by Brahmana Canto. That's why. So he learned and he was teaching, then he fought also. So that's why he did not appreciate. Follow the duty of another. 6 kind of aggressors are being taught here. This is the verse. Agni do garda seva sasta panir dhanabah kshetra dara bhai sab eta atatayina. These are the 6 aggressors. And aggressor, be it a Brahmana or some of a Brahmana, has to be punished in all circumstances. So he is a Brahma Bandhu because he is killed. Like that he spoke.
Arjuna, who is guided by the infallible Lord as friend and driver, must satisfy the dear lady by such statements. Then he dressed in armor and armed himself with furious weapons, and getting into his chariot, he set out to follow Ashwatthama, son of his martial teacher.
So, because it has happened early morning, they realized it when he got up, saw that the pacified, and he put on the armor, armed himself with various weapons, got into chariot, and Krishna was again driving the chariot. War is over, he's driving the chariot again. And the chariot is having Hanumanji on the platform. Okay, next.
That Narad Muni's case, when the serpent bit of his mother, he said that devotees are always seeing the mercy of Lord and they accept it. So many times passive situation, when we tolerate everything, it appears to be everything calm and cool. But when such situations appear like this, and we have to be in action and take some action, and it doesn't appear to be Krishna is tolerating. So in such situations, we should also practice our dharma, and also it should not create some side effects like hurting others and this. So it's quite challenging. What is the
Challenging. It's challenging. That's why Krishna was with them. Krishna was with them. So Pandavas did not tolerate. They understood that it is again by the will of the Lord only, definitely. Not against the will of the Lord. They have to do their dharma of punishing the person who had done wrong, because they're Kshatriyas. They have to set the example. Why did the rest of Duryodhana? The rest of Duryodhana and entire Kuru army, because they were adharmas. So they are following the will of the Lord. God also wants his devotees to establish dharma. So on a personal accord, a person may tolerate and accept the things. But when he has to establish dharma, then he has to do whatever is needful to do that. So similarly, we have to deeply analyze that whether I'm becoming instrument in setting something right, some standard or some situation right, or I'm acting because personally I'm feeling agitated and hurt. That is very important. Now, both Arjuna and Draupadi, although they are talking, they were actually establishing dharma. That is why they did not kill Ashwatthama. And then, just few verses later, Krishna will tell Arjuna 5 verses. Kill Ashwatthama now only. Don't take him to the camp. But Arjuna, even from that time, he was knowing that actually he should release him, he should not kill him. And he took him back. And Draupadi gave 7-8 verses of compassion. He only told, no? He only promised. Now one will say, I saw Arjuna promised that I will cut the head, bring you, take bath standing on the head. You know that Arjuna's promise, no? Arjuna promised anybody who tells me keep the Gandhi away, I will cut his head. One time in a context, Yudhishthira told him, keep the Gandhi above, back. There's no use of it. And Arjuna was so serious, he took out the sword. So now here is said, no? Specified. So the context has to be understood. Here is specified. Definitely he has spoken, but he has not promised in that sense. That was a different vow which he has taken. Here is specification. The purpose or in the role of pacifying someone, somebody needs something promise something which will not actually happen. But here it was a candid vow which has been taken exclusively. Anybody who tells me to keep Gandhi, I'll finish. Both are different. Now here also, in one sense, not keeping the promise. Not cutting the head, and Draupadi is not standing on the head and taking it off. Literally is not. So the context has to be. Here also, Arjuna, Draupadi, they are establishing dharma. They have been influenced by the lower modes of envy and hatred, and they were also killed Ashwatthama. But they were not influenced by those modes. They were influenced by what is Lord's will, what is dharma in this situation. That's why they released Ashwatthama. That goes to show that they were still not affected by the lower modes. So we also have to see that we are not conducted by the modes of passion and ignorance and our own false ego. Be careful about that.
Ashwatthama, the murderer of the prince, says, seeing from the great distance Arjuna coming at him with great speed, fled in his chariot, panic-stricken, just to save his life, as Brahma fled in fear from Shiva.
So here there are 2 stories given for Brahma fled in fear from Shiva. Or it may become Kaha Surya. So once Brahma fled in fear from Lord Shiva, when Brahma ran after his own daughter back, Shiva became angry and Shiva took him to Surya. So Brahma fled in fear. Another time, there was one devotee of Lord Shiva, Vidyut Mali or somebody. So he made another chariot He's going parallel to Suryadev. Suryadev became angry, he knighted a chariot. This demon was falling, and then Lord Shiva began angry. Mere aadmi kar sake, so Lord Shiva again. After Suryadev and create. These two examples are good. Vaman Purana is. Mithun Mali, follower of Lord Shiva, pursued the sun on a golden chariot given by Shiva. Due to effulgence from the chariot, night disappeared. Sun became angry, melted the chariot. Chariot fell from the sky. Shiva appeared and sun flattened. Sun fell at Varanasi, and that became known as Lola Arka, the fallen sun. Lola Arka. Okay.
When the son of Brahmana Sustama saw that his horses were tired, he considered that there is no alternative for the protection outside of his using the ultimate weapons, the Brahmastra nuclear weapons.
He was being chased after by Arjuna, and he thought that now he'll be captured, so he wanted to shoot Brahmastra, save himself. He was short-sighted. And Prabhupada said, Brahmastra means nuclear weapon, right? It's compared. So, and he is explaining that what is Brahmabandhu. The son of a Brahmana, friend of a Brahmana is not necessarily a Brahmana. It's Brahmabandhu, friend of a Brahmana. It's not Brahmana because it doesn't have Brahmanical qualities. Here it is called Brahmabandhu because it is in law signature.
Since his life was in danger, he touched water in sanctity and concentrated upon the chanting of the hymns or throwing nuclear weapons, although he did not know how to withdraw such weapons.
Such weapons. So he released that weapon, and Prabhupada said the subtle form of mental activity is finer than Roxon method of mental manipulation. It's a subtle thing. It's not that you have to go to some control room and press some buttons, put some keys, and nothing. Just do achaman, do that, remember the weapon, remember the mantra, and then stop. Such subtle forms of mental activities are effective through purification of sound. Same method is adopted here by chanting hymns to act as nuclear. अभी उसका क्या हुआ? The result is being mentioned here.
Thereupon, a glaring light spread in all directions. It was so fierce that Arjuna thought his own life in danger, and so he began to address Lord Sri Krishna.
Arjuna felt fearful, then he began to address Krishna. Then naturally, whenever a devotee feels fearful, he takes shelter of Krishna. When Nanda Maharaj was returning after meeting Vasudeva, Vasudeva told you to go quickly, there may be some danger. There is also mentioned that Nanda Maharaj thinking of some kind of danger for Gokul and Krishna, and he started praying to Lord Krishna. So that is how the devotee takes shelter of that. So the link is Arjuna is saying this verse. My dear Lord, you deliver us from material existence, then what about delivering us from this? Arjuna Vacha Krishna Krishna Mahabaho
Krishna Krishna Mahabaho
Pranama Bhayankara Apavargosi Samsrute.
Arjuna said, "O my Lord Sri Krishna, you are the almighty personality of Godhead. There is no limit to your different energies. Therefore, only you are competent to instill fearlessness in the hearts of your devotees. Everyone in the flames of material miseries can find the path of liberation in you only."
Arjuna is praying and Prabhupada is elaborating on how this material world is Mahadavagam. And this can be achieved only by the mercy of the spiritual master. Karanya, Pranaya, how? Through the transformed medium of the self-realized spiritual master. The spiritual master, by his words, can penetrate into the heart of the suffering person and inject transcendental knowledge, which alone can extinguish the fire of material existence. So, transcendental knowledge is given, and what does the knowledge do? Sarvapadi Tatparatvena Nirmana Rishikena Rishikena Devana Bhakti. The knowledge is given that you are not this body and not this mind, and things connected to body and mind are not yours, so do not get affected by that. It's a show going on the screen, don't you are different from that. You are the seer, and that is the scene, right? Sometimes we get so engrossed in watching a movie, in the theater, all in dark and all, then you start identifying with the movie, and people start undergoing emotion connected to what the light and sound is doing at the screen. Nothing is happening there. And no one there. It's a screen. We have seen it before the movie started. It's a flat screen, right? And we see the projector light also coming and doing that. And we know the sound is coming from the speaker. We know that it is not there. Nothing is there. Those people are not there. It is just a display. It is a display. Right? It's like this screen. It's like anything can be projected there. But still, the mind gets so illusioned by identifying with that character that a person starts crying sometime, person start becoming angry sometime, person start whatever. We undergo different emotions based on this display of the light and sound. So by switching on the light and saying this is all a screen, don't get too attached by this, it's all a screen. And nowadays there's virtual reality. You put that glasses on and the buttons in the hand. And then sitting at one place, but it looked like that now you sit in the car and then you move that. So you move here or you move the hand like this, the car goes like this on the screen. Nothing is there, it's there, sitting here and this. But it appears like this is happening. Somebody remove that gear, that three-dimension virtual gear, and this, So similarly, the spiritual master, by the pure sound vibration, removes that illusion. It makes us identify with the wrong thing. Everything in this world, every anxiety in this world is simply connected to either body or mind. That's all. The link with the body and mind, thinking that we are the body and mind, that link is called falsehood. So the spiritual master, by giving transcendental knowledge, Jiva Swarupa Krishna, it's a das. Gopi Vartu das, das, das. By giving this knowledge, the spiritual master cuts off that knot. And then, in the details before we go, we do that Bhuta Shuddhi. I am by nature an eternal servant of Krishna. Yet somehow or other, from time immemorial, I have been forgetful of him. And thus I have identified myself with this body and all the things connected to this body. Now, somehow or other, by some unimaginable good fortune, my spiritual master's mercy has enabled me to know that I am a pure spirit soul. I have nothing to give and take with this body and mind. And with my good fortune, and I have got to assist my spiritual master by serving him and assist him in his service to previous spiritual master. That's the meditation we do before we start service for Buddha Shuddhi. This is a real identity. So again, mobile games and again, person is back into this world. But this is a meditation. So this is pranaya karanya. Shut off that identity only the body. Otherwise, at body and mental level, no adjustment is possible. No adjustment possible to make a person peaceful till the time he keeps on identifying himself with the body and. So the process of Bhakti is such that we do take care of the body and mind also, along with awakening. Need mahina which are jaya nahi. Body mind ke liye whatever is required, you should have it. But the goal is not to just remain at the body level or mind. The goal is to rise at the spiritual. While on the path, on the journey, we connect to the body and mind as instrument for the service of the Lord. Use body for the service of the Lord, we engage the mind in thinking of the Lord. That's how a devotee does. And that's the training given by the spiritual master. So when we recite this word, samsara dhamma, one should meditate on hearing from one's spiritual master, how the hearing of transcendental sound vibration is actually transformed into meditation. So, Krishna Thakur said that Krishna says, I am a cousin and equal to you, do not speak like this. That you are Mahabhava and you should save me from fire. With this word. Vamadya Purusha Sakshat
Vamadya Purusha Sakshat
Prakriti Param
Ishvara Prakriti Paraha
Mayam Vyudasya Shaktya
Mayam Vyudasya Shaktya
Kaivalya Atmani
Kaivalya Atmani.
You have to you are the original personality of Godhead who expends himself all over the creations and is transcendental to material energy. You have cast away the effects of the material energy by dint of your spiritual potency. You are always situated in eternal bliss and transcendental knowledge.
Arjuna is saying that we are beyond Prakriti. Krishna said, by Prakriti do you mean ignorance? Arjuna said, distancing yourself from Maya composed of both Vidya and Avidya, unfortunately, because it is your external Shakti. You are situated in your spiritual form, Sarup Shakti, along with your auspicious with Sakti, arising from a Sarup of Vidya. So then Krishna said, but I am the cause of the spiritual energy, I am distant from it. How can it be situated in my form? Because it is one with you, it's Kavali. So it is with you, it is one with you because it is your Sarup Shakti. Actually, you are situated in a spiritual form. And is situated in the form of your body. Sarup Shakti and the Lord cannot be separated. They are one. So, there's a beautiful description like today we were saying, the Lord is self-sufficient and yet is dependent. So, this description comes in the 9th canto. And it comes that how Lord can feel separation from other Sita. Because Sita is so Shakti. Sita is always there with him. So it's a long, elaborate description. Again, explaining how this whole phenomenon happens. So something which looks so common, you go deeper and it becomes very interesting. Lord has many intrinsic energy. And Maya is only a shadow and remains in the form of matter. Because of the three gunas.
Sarup Shakti means Satchidanand. Sarup Shakti कहते हैं Satchidanand.
Sarup Shakti
Aladari Samvedan.
They are the internal potency. Internal potency is always there.
Internal potency called Sarup Shakti. इन तीनों का मिश्रण.
मेरे को भी तो इतना टेक्निकल नहीं सब में समझ नहीं आते नहीं आते हैं the three divisions of internal potency for Sarup Shakti. I don't guess. I get the realize.
Probably here it is mentioned that Maya is composed of both Vidya and Avidya. So,
there it is.
just line only.
Pradhan Vidya Vidya. Maya is only a shadow, remains in the form of the material world composed of three gunas and knowledge and ignorance, because it does not arise from us.
No, before that, distancing yourself from Maya, composed of both Vidya and Avidya. Unfortunate.
In this translation.
Comment.
Third page. Next. Yeah, yes, please. First line. Second.
Yeah, because it's external science.
Which Vidya, Avidya and Vidya also means what?
Actually, Vidya and Avidya, see, the true Vidya is the knowledge of the Lord and his personality and his, spiritual energy. So that knowledge which is in three modes, like Krishna says, Trayaguna Vishaya Veda, Nistrayaguna Bhagavad. So Veda is saying this is Trayaguna Vishaya Veda. This Vedic knowledge is also within three modes. You rise above it. So this kind of Vidya is also not perfect Vidya. It's like Paravidya, Aparavidya. This kind of Vidya. Transcendental knowledge means the knowledge of the transcendental Lord and his transcendental relationship with the devotee. That is transcendental. Rest all things, even the knowledge of like how to attain fruitive results, how to attain liberation or attain. This is in one sense Vidya, but in an absolute sense, this is also revelation. Purpose is that anything apart from rendering pure devotion service to the Lord is a form of sense gratification. But can do that. So anything apart from rendering pure devotion service to the Lord is a form of sense gratification. Because Bhakti, Mukti, Siddhi, Sami, Sakara Asham, they are all traditions of sense gratification. Somebody is Khirachal, somebody is Hirachal. Bhakti is saying, yahi chahiye, ye chahiye, wo chahiye. Jnani wants ye kuch nahi chahiye, liberation chahiye. Siddhi says, ye bhi nahi, wo bhi nahi, Siddhi chahiye. They're all different. They're all getting. Prabhupada course, the Krishna is like sun, Maya is like darkness. The best means to get out of the ignorance is suggested here. By coming into the presence of the sun. This is Lord is not only full of bliss but also full of transcendental variegatedness. Transcendence is not all static but full of dynamic variety. It is different from the metal nature, is complicated by the theme also. Why Lord appears in the metal world, that is these two verses that is described there. Keep the passage.
And yet, though you are beyond the purview of the mental energy, you execute the four principles of liberation characterized by religion and so on for the ultimate good of the conditioned souls.
So he is beyond material energy, but then still he comes within the realm of material energy by his compassion. Because the Supreme Personality of Godhead Shri Krishna out of causeless mercy descends on the manifested world without being influenced by the material modes of nature. He descends out of his causeless mercy only to reclaim the fallen souls who are captivated by the illusory. The Lord descends to eradicate this false sense of enjoyment because everyone wants to lord over, he wants to enjoy this material. And thus reclaim conditions go back to God. Basically, the process of Bhakti means to convert, to transform, to change, enjoying mentality into serving it. There's a propensity to enjoy. Enjoyment means we want to do for our own action. Service attitude means to do it for the pleasure of Hari Guru and Hari. That's simple. Anything we do, we ask, for whose pleasure am I doing it? Then it will be decided whether it is sense gratification or it is simple. So he comes to establish Dharma Artha Kam, to teach the conditions to gradually rise, but main reason is so that he can give satisfaction to his devotee. Thus, you descend as an incarnation to remove the burden of the world to benefit your friend, especially those who are your exclusive devotees and are constantly wrapped in meditation. Which are many reasons. Other countries will also say, so many talks go on, why do you come? Do you come for this reason, that reason? 4-5 verses are there, tomorrow, day after tomorrow is. But it is ultimately you come to perform the pastime so that your devotees can relish those pastime. They can share that relish to attract others. Those pastimes. That is the main purpose of. So, the Lord of Hardship is devotee, everyone related, yet he is more inclined to his own man and devotee. His devotee are his kinsman and his devotee are his relation. This is his transcendental pastime, reciprocally responsive to devotees. Lord is above the modes of material nature, nothing about his mandate. And then, after praising that, Arjuna is informing Krishna of the matter and what has happened. He's praying to him. So, 4 prayers he is offered. Right? 4 prayers he is offered that. Please save me because you are so powerful, and you save from material misery, then you can save from this fire. And then it says that you are not ordinary man, you are beyond the material energy. You are situated in your own self-safety. And then 30 says that you come here in this world for establishing Dharma Artha Kama. And finally you come there to please your devotee. Now he is informing the matter. What is the matter?
O Lord of Lords, how is it that this dangerous effulgence is spreading all around? Where does it come from? I do not understand it.
Krishna is being informed by Arjuna the matter. Prabhupada writes very important. Cultured request. When you have a request, before you go to DT, there is a whole process. First you glorify the Lord, then we accept our humble person. Then we make a request. First thing is not the request. First thing is appreciation. Second thing is expressing one's own fallen situation. Third thing is request. पहले बोलो आप मालिक है हम दास अभी आप हमारा हमारा निवेदन है. So there is a process for that. Anything that is presented before the person of God should be so done after due presentation of respectful yes. That is the standard procedure. And see, Arjuna, although an intimate friend of the Lord, is observing this method for general information. The friend, I take it 50. That's the right example. So, this is important. Sometimes we compromise on etiquette, either because or there is a lack of time. There is an emergency. No, that's right. It was looking at this effulgence will engulf him. It was mentioned in the last verse. Yet he took out time to glorify Krishna before he should place his request. Same way, when you ask a question also, you say, no, very nice class, and then you tell the point also, and then you say my question. Or you go to meet some great soul, and not that, ready? This four question. To talk, how are you, are you comfortable, is everything okay? They have to share something, they ask, then you say, like, very good you can. Is also. So that is the motive, not that, the culture of respect is being demonstrated. Etiquette is a very important aspect of interaction with people or with the Lord.
मेरे को अभी तक ये समझ नहीं आया कि तीर चल चुका है और 5 वर्सेस बोल दिए तो सर कट
हीट बढ़ रहा है, टेम्परेचर बढ़ रहा है,
मतलब तीर चल चुका है ना, तो तीर तो खट चलता है, 5 वर्सेस बोल दिए।
तीर का नहीं लिखा है, बोला है कि मंत्र से मंत्र उच्चारण से ही ब्रह्मास्त्र चला है। अभी अर्जुना विल डू समथिंग ऐसा कुछ डिटेल्स नहीं लिखा है, पर टाइम है। Heat is increasing, it will be escalating. Now the Lord is saying, know from me that this is the act of the son of Drona here. Own the hymns of nuclear energy and he does not know how to reflect the layer. It helps to done Bharata, Yanagar. And that comes when everybody does anything. That's why to say love and God, everything is fair. So the Lord dies, release it. So, saying, Brother Shitam implies, you have seen this weapon, do you not recognize it? Why are you asking me? Now wait, some Maharaj, he doesn't know how to withdraw it. Why did he use it? He used to protect his own life. Because his Brahmastra is similar to the modern nuclear weapon and the It creates an intolerable heat similar to atomic radiation, but the difference is that the atomic bomb is a gross type of nuclear weapon, whereas Brahmastra is a subtle type of weapon produced by chanting hymns. It is still material science, but it is unknown to the modern science. Subtle material science is not spiritual, but it has a direct relationship with the spiritual method. It is still structural. Structural, chanting mantras. So now we are chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, which is the most powerful. So he applied that, but he was not knowing how to retract. Thus, the practice was not only improper, but also irreligious, because he was not knowing how to retract. That is why he was Brahmavan. So, only another Brahmastra can counteract this weapon. Since you are expert in the military science, subdue this weapon play with the power of your So, fire can be counteracted by the water weapon. Agni Astra, Varuna Astra. Agni, Varuna. Vayu, Parvata. So, like that, there are Astra, then counteraction. Somebody will say Vayu Astra, so somebody will say Parvata Astra. So, Vayu is something Parvata. Somebody says Agni Astra, Varuna Astra, Barish. Like that, there are Astras and there are counter Astras. So this is fire. It can be counteracted by Varuna Astra. I said, no. Nothing can stop this weapon. Tattva Akarshana. You have to do it with Brahmastra. Fire with fire. There is no counter weapon to neutralize the effect. But by subtle science, the action of Brahmastra can be counteracted. Yeah.
Here it was said that Ashwatthama's sending that arrow, Brahmastra, is irreligious. Why it is called irreligious? Because his life is in danger, and at the time of danger, acting like that is maybe, but it is called irreligious, just in last. Why?
Something is very clearly explained here. See, he could have fought, no? He could have fought face to face. Not fighting and running away, and that's why Arjuna is not able to understand what's happening. It's not a fight. And also, the Brahmastra is released in such a way that it can destroy the entire Brahmanda. That's why it's called Brahmastra. It's not just meant to destroy Arjuna. Like later, he will release that another arrow that will be to destroy the womb of Uttara. Here, it is destroying the entire body. Here, that all the planetary system is destroyed. Protect one cell, cannot protect destroy everything else. You can fight with the enemy, but not that you everyone else.
Sri Shuddha Goswami said, hearing this from the personality of Godhead, Arjuna touched water for purification. After circumambulating Lord Sri Krishna, cast his Brahmastra weapon to counteract the other.
Another weapon shot. And then
When the rays of the two Brahmastras combined, a great circle of fire, like the disk of the sun, covered all outer space and the whole firmament of the planets.
he created by the flash of Brahmastra resembled the fire exhibited in the sun globe at the time of cosmic annihilation. Heat produced by Brahmastra can destroy the whole cosmic situation. Therefore, the comparison is made to the heat of the annihilation. What happens further?
All the population of the three worlds was scorched by the combined heat of weapons. Everyone was reminded of the Samvartaka fire, which takes place at the time of annihilation.
What does the fire comes from the Anantashri's fire comes from the below, the sun scorches from the top. Then there is heavy rain. So three worlds are upper, lower, intermediate. Brahmastra really on this earth, but the heat produced by the combination of both weapons covered all the universe and all the population in all the different planets began with the heat excessively. No planet therefore is not living being as less intelligent materialistic. The connection एकदम तगड़ा है. So all people are feeling and all planets, every planet is inhabited with.
By seeing the disturbance of the general populace and the imminent destruction of the planets, Arjuna at once retracted both Brahmastra weapons as Lord Sri Krishna desired.
So this was very important. First time when I read it, it was a very relief-giving subject. But sometimes cosmic things are very interesting. Who landed where? What is happening on the planet? I mean, inquisitive minds before coming to teenage, oftentimes the children are more inquisitive about the space science. Then after that, every space gets limited within the form of more or less. But till then, there's a lot of inquisitiveness. What's happening? So, and then it comes to cricket. All three things: space, women, and cricket. That's all consumes the mental energy of everyone. So, the theory that the modern atomic bomb explosions can annihilate the world is childish imagination. Sometimes say ना, कि भारत के पास इतना atomic bomb है कि पूरे world को पूरे globe को 25 बार destroy किया जा सकता है. अमेरिका के पास इतना है 50 बार destroy किया जा सकता है. So, first of all, atomic energy is not powerful enough to destroy the world. And secondly, ultimately, it all rests on the supreme will of the Supreme Lord. So, without His will of sanction, nothing can be built up or destroyed. It is foolish also to think the natural laws are ultimately powerful. Material nature's laws work under the direction of the Lord. And the Lord said that their natural laws, the natural laws work under His will. The Lord can be destroyed only by the will of the word can be destroyed only by the will of the Lord and not by the wills of tiny politicians. So that was very open. भगवान की इच्छा होगी तभी ये होगा जो भी होना. कोरोना भी आके जाएगा, वर्ल्ड वॉर भी आके जाएगा, एटॉमिक बॉम्ब भी आके जाएगा, बट सब चलता है. It was quite, I mean, first time I read it was very exciting, or it will not sound so exciting.
Arjuna, his eyes blazing in anger like two red balls of copper, dexterously arrested the son of Gautami and bound him with ropes like an animal.
But his explained his mother was Kriti. Dronacharya's wife was Kriti. She was the sister of Kripacharya. But she was in the Gautam Vansh. That's why she is also Gautam. Gautam. According to Sri Swami, Arjuna was obliged to catch the son of a Brahmana like an animal as a part of his duty. Dragged himself because he acted like this. It was proper to treat him as an animal, not as a.
After binding Aswasthama, Arjuna wanted to take him to the military camp. The personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, looking on with his lotus eyes, spoke to angry Arjuna.
Spoke to Arjuna in an angry mood.
Spoke to angry Arjuna.
हाँ इसमें अलग अलग
अलग
अलग अलग है
Indian mood.
इसमें भी है ऐसा
So now Krishna will speak 5 verses. Arjuna was spread in lamentation, anger to show the world. Arjuna is standard of justice. That goes to show that Arjuna was not, even this time, was not conducted by his own egoistic idea and all. Still, his sense of justice was in place. And he was not, affected by lamentation or by attachment to his sons. Though Krishna was angry, he still decided not to side. His anger was only external. Arjuna's eyes are described as
red hot
compromise. Whereas the eyes of Lord were like red lotus. This means angry mood of Arjuna and that of Lord are not the same. Lord is confident that he is absolute at any stage. Both his anger and pleasure are not. Therefore, even if the angry object of anger is blessed. Krishna is speaking strongly in 5 verses expressing anger externally. The Vaibhav part, externally angry, but still in the sense of justice. Angry because the Brahmana has acted in the wrong way. Right? So he's killed the sinner. He's going to give justice. But he's not yet going beyond justice. It's not like तुमने मेरे बेटे को मारा तो कोई मार दो. Krishna telling you kill him now. Don't take him to camp on. This is all happening where he's arresting him. The verses are spoken that time. He's not yet come to the camp. He decides, no? There is this. After binding Ashwatthama, Arjuna wanted to take him to the military camp. The person who got Shri Krishna looking on with his lotus eyes also spoke to Arjuna in an angry mood. So, I would make it jana chahte hain. Krishna now tell him, not yet come to the camp. It will be later. This was Kamna Prabhupada will speak that verse. Testing verse.
तो जी यहाँ पे लिखा है स्पोक टू एंग्री अर्जुन, वहाँ पे लिखा है स्पोक टू अर्जुन इन एंग्री मूड. इसमें समझ नहीं आ रहा.
भगवान का भी angry mood था, but it was externally angry. And Arjuna was angry. His eyes were like red. But within that anger also, he did not lose the sense of justice. He was angry. He have the right to be angry.
मतलब दोनों बुक्स में अलग है ट्रांसलेशन. इसमें अर्जुन इसमें अर्जुन.
Am I gonna go? Arjuna was angry.
But both are angry. Both are angry.
Was externally angry. His eyes were still like red lotus. In an angry mood, he spoke. दोनों में वो भी एक कॉम्बिनेशन चलेगा. दोनों में एंगल था. नैनम पार्थरसि प्रातु ब्रह्मबन्धुं इमं जहि योऽसावनगा सह सुप्तान् अवधीन् निशिबालकान्.
Lord Sri Krishna said, "O Arjun, you should not show mercy by releasing this relative of a Brahmabandhu, for he has killed innocent boys in their sleep."
I was thinking you should not release him. I was saying don't release him. Brahmabandhu, Prabhupada explains that the son of a High Court judge is not virtually a High Court judge. But there's no harm in addressing the High Court judge's son as a relative of the Honorable Justice. Brahmabandhu. Are you? Bangalore, sir?
Yes.
Huh?
Nice. Okay.
Oh, you're really blessed for the last 17 minutes you were there with such taste for you. अबे वाला सही देना. हो गया इसरो का वो फोटो वोटो खींचे. कोई साइंटिस्ट आए थे ना तो
हाँ डायरेक्ट
इसरो डायरेक्टर.
हाँ चेयरमैन आने वाले थे. He sent video message. Then director came who was leading the Chandrayaan mission. And share photos.
We still are doubtful whether it landed on moon or not.
They are sure about NASA. Then they didn't land. Without our end, they said. वो वाला जो NASA वाला प्रोजेक्ट थे, they confirmed that. मतलब in private talk.
But this one also.
इस बार आप वो उनको नहीं पूछ सकते ना वो किसी और.
Whether they landed or not. Letting the glory go. So Prabhupada gives the example of High Court judge. As the High Court Justice is the post for qualified men, so also the post of a Brahmana. So Krishna is telling him that he is a Brahma Bandhu and he has killed the innocent son, so he should kill him. Second version is read.
A person who knows the principle of religion does not kill an enemy who is careless, intoxicated, sense, asleep, afraid and devoid of his charity. Nor does he kill a boy, a woman, a foolish creature, or a surrendered soul.
So this is Kshatriya Dharma. One who knows Kshatriya Dharma, he will not kill even an enemy. What to say of ordinary people who are not fighting, who is careless, insane, asleep, afraid, or who surrenders to the foolish creature. So one should not kill them, but this person has killed the innocent sleeping people. So formally battles are fought on the religious principle, not for the sake of some gratification. This is how the courts of war. Violence carried out on religious principle is far superior to so-called non-violence. Famous thing, the purpose of condemn. Gandhi is saying non-violence. Gita is prompting Arjuna to commit violence, and then he's saying Gita will become non-violent. Sometimes the Uttishta Param Tapa, to conquer your enemies, stand up and fight, and this. So these are all concocted things. Non-violence is a concocted concept. The main concept is what does dharma need? Dharma need non-violence, non-violence. This ahimsa is paramo dharma. All concrete. Paro dharma is to follow the Vedo Pranita dharma. Or Vedas say dharma. So these are all concocted parts of dharma. They are not dharma in themselves in fullness, but there is just some part of dharma they make it full. That becomes concrete. Ahimsa has its own role. Ahimsa is a very highly appreciated quality. But one has to understand what is true non-violence. The purpose is the actual non-violence means to preach. To preach means to be non-violent. Otherwise, if we are not preaching in some way, then we are allowing people to harm themselves. That is also violence. Like somebody is committing suicide and we just don't do anything. That's also we are part of the violence. What is doing for themselves. We are not able to say this. So similarly, without the knowledge of Krishna, without sharing Krishna consciousness, actually people are committing suicide. So nothing else. Human life is meant only for one purpose, dharma and pesha. If dharma is not there, then with every single breath, we get implicated with the complexity of sinful actions and reactions. Others don't, because others are bhogyam. This is karma. With every breath we are responsible, creating so many future lives of falling. That is why violence carried out on religious principle is far superior to so-called non-violence. So this has to be understood. Violence carried out on religious principle is like a surgeon carrying out a surgery. It looks violence, but it's far better than saying, no, let the boil remain, let the disease remain, let us be peaceful. You're it. Huh? So similarly in the social structure, in the social body, when some disease comes, the thieves are there, rogues are there, people are there, they're not following them. They have to be uprooted. They are like the disease part. The disease has to be cut, they have to be amputated and then thrown off. So that kind of violence is better than so-called non-violence of just accepting everything and allowing everything to grow. Sometimes the body part becomes troublesome, appendix, gallbladder, or whatever things, and they are cut also. They are cut and then thrown off because they are not helpful for the body, they are causing trouble to the body. That looks like violence, but actually it is superior to non-violence. Same thing in the social body. Some people are creating disturbance, problem. Those people have to be controlled, to be punished. Otherwise, they will create a dangerous situation for them.
We say that for the sake of preaching, we can minimize lower dharma for the sake of higher dharma. So it is found sometimes that some activities like preaching and this, it requires sometimes this lying or some kind of things. So there is that Lakshmana Rekha. I mean, sometimes it is our own selfishness. Because of that, we may do something for the name of the preaching. So is there is identification where we can identify that it's going against dharma or this violence is allowed for this sake?
The simple criteria, Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. So we have to see whether Prabhupada did that or Prabhupada allowed that, or even if Prabhupada did that, it has to be seen in context. Something Prabhupada can do, we can do. Shastra should approve that. Shastra also adjusts according to time and circumstances. Shastra also is according to time and circumstances. Shastra gives you a whole variety of things, how things can be done. Like fasting, for example, Ekadashi. So it is Shastric. One can fast without water, one can do with water, one can do with. These are gradations given in Shastras only. But one says, no, because of mere practicality, let me take grain and fast. And it is not Shastra. Shastra also is very broad. So it has to be within the Shastric limit. And it has to be approved by Srila Prabhupada in his teachings, by his example. And then we have Guru. Guru is supposed to be a person who is accessible for consultation. That's Guru. Now, in some scenario, where Diksha Guru may not be available, then we should have somebody, the representative, senior, mature, person, available for consultants. We say, this is what I'm planning to do, is it okay or not? These three things should be there. We should have proper references, and then we ask whether I can do that or not. Because there may be references, it can be done, but whether I am eligible to do that or not, that we should ask. Like sometimes our convention, they invite brahmacharis for marriage. They are innocent people. Now, sometimes sannyasis may go also. Very exotic sannyasis may go because they are very exotic. But as brahmacharis, for the sake of preaching, should we go or not go? And better ask. One's own strength also should be seen whether I will go there and I do some benefit or I get contaminated. Better I check my strength and then consult also. So in Brahmacharya Ashram, it's very safe. Brahmacharya Ashram, always there are guidelines, always there are people who are guided from top. Just abide by them, they draw the area of our operations. They define the guidelines of a function, we function with that. Conservative or lenient. Within that limit, we find what is my strength and then we do accordingly. It's easier for Brahmacharya. For Grasthas, it's very difficult to find the awareness. It's not so difficult. Just go and ask. There's somebody, ashram leader, president, somebody that's just go and ask. If I go and train on flight, should I accept iPhone just as a donation or not? Anything. Anything. Go and ask. I remember once somebody gifted me a mobile, it's 40,000 rupees postpaid. So, pata nahi tha. I was using keypad phone. I went to the department and said, "Prabhu, ये तो 40,000 का phone." तो वापस कर दिया, बोला भाई, या तो पैसा दे दो, फोन दे दो, या फिर आपको हमको फोन देंगे तो हम इसको सही करके पैसे लेंगे. तो बता रहे, because people want to see how that you are using their. Next time they come, they'll ask me, your phone, they'll ask. Then he took it back and gave some donation. Brahmacharya Ashram, one should not have any capability. They can have because there's too many varieties. Not so easy for Grasthas. For them also the principle is same. Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. For them also it's same. Shastra should approve it. Prabhupada should have given permission, and then they have to ask another senior devotee or somebody who does it. Principle is same, but Brahmachari is not just voluntary process, it's a mandatory process. Brahmacharis are disciplined by the nature of the ashram also. Discipline is the norm for Brahmacharya ashram. Brahmacharya is much more simple. But क्या करना है, कहाँ जाना है, ये करना है, ये नहीं करना है. कोई ना कोई कहीं ना कहीं तो हमेशा रहेगा. मेल का रिप्लाई करेगा, व्हाट्सएप का आंसर देगा, एसएमएस का करेगा, फोन करके. Somebody will always be there for anyone, even if somebody is a GVC. They have a GVC executive committee for accessible to them to ask whether to do something. So at all levels of ISKCON, there is a hierarchy, there is accountability. One can access that, be peaceful, be fully confident that whatever I'm doing is actually beneficial. Okay, so here he says,
A cruel, heartless person who maintains his existence at the cost of others' life deserves to be killed for his own well-being. Otherwise, he will go down by his own actions.
So Krishna says, he will also benefit if you kill him. Killing him is the best punishment. Simply say, Raja with Dandastu, Tattva Papani Manava, Vinchit Karmashaya, Sadham Sukrituno Yatha. Those who have committed sin, The punish by the king become free from that sin and go to serve the right. Not free, goes to heaven. Morality is to punish a person by death sentence in order to save a cruel person from going to hell. So this is pretty Shastra Prabhupada is quoting here, according to Manu. Even the killer of an animal is considered a murderer because animal food is never meant for life. He who gives permission, he who kills the animal, he who sells, he who cooks, he who administers distribution of the food and at last he who eats, are all murderers, and all of them are liable to be punished by the law of God. No one can create a living being, therefore no one has the right to kill a living being by one's independent. So then we talked about this animal sacrifice, which is in the scripture, or giving in a higher. Organized slaughterhouses are ghastly places for breeding all kind of metal affliction. It takes it in the animals. Last verses.
Furthermore, I have personally heard your promise, Draupadi, that you would bring forth the head of the killers of her sons.
So, Krishna said that he is a Atatai, he has killed your son, and they are not even enemies, but he has killed them in a illegal way, irreligious way. And then he's saying it's good for him to punish him. Krishna is speaking in a logical way. Krishna is speaking not like he's joking. He speaks with great seriousness. So, he said, you have promised also. That's why you said, kill him.
This man is an assassin and murderer of your own family members. Not only that, but he has also dissatisfied his master. He is but the burnt remnants of his family. Kill him immediately.
Again he says, he's an assassin, murderer of family member. He dissatisfied master Duryodhana also. So he should be killed. So, son of Dronacharya is condemned here. Son of Dronacharya degraded himself by committing acts which are never done by the Vijayas of the Christ. Krishna reminded Arjuna of these facts so that he might take notice and do the. This is what the testing was. Parikshata. You will decide. Sutta uvaja. Evam parikshata dharmam.
Evam parikshita dharmam.
Partha krishnena choditah. Nechadantam guru sutam. Yasapi asmahanam maha.
Although Krishna, who was examining Arjuna in religion, encouraged Arjuna to kill the son of Dronacharya, Arjuna, a great soul, did not like the idea of killing him. Although Satyama was a heinous murderer of Arjuna's family members.
So, Krishna was examining Arjuna in religion. He encouraged Arjuna to kill the son of Dronacharya. It's almost like instructing him. Giving reasons and logic. And testing. So it's very interesting. So incited by Krishna was testing Arjuna's sense of justice. Arjuna did not want to kill him, even though he had killed his son, Atmahanam, because he was intelligent. He knew the nature of Krishna. Krishna's nature is that although he is omniscient, he tests the devotee in this way in order to show their sense of justice to others, not getting carried away by their own emotions and own attachments. He tests Arjuna, the possessor of Dharma, by showing Veera and Rodha Rasas when he says, we should not release him. In the same way, he tested the gopis, possessor of Prema, by showing karma and jnana in such verses such as Vartu, Sushoshanam, Srinam, Parod. Prabhupada is never away from Vrindavan. No gopis. Here the Kurukshetra is going on, but his mind is always coming towards Vrindavan. So many verses, it's very interesting. So many verses we have got, like Mother Yashoda, that's the meaning of being a Rajavasi. So Krishna is testing the gopis by telling her, you have come in the middle of the night. Now you have seen the beauty of the forest. Now you should go back. There are so many dangerous creatures here. And on top of it, your family members are waiting for you and you have to write a service to them. That is the beauty. You go back. Avati nam viyoga me nahi sarvatma kvachit. And you are not separated from me because I am the soul of all creation. Like that. He tested Prathu, Prahlad and others who are filled with devotion by showing promising enjoyment and powers to them. So तुम्हारे को बोले वरम चमत कंचना मानवेंद्र विनेश्वर. They Prathu is not there for any benediction from me. And Param Vinishwa Vimatam Kamo Purosmi Aham Dhamma. The past time to fulfill the desire of all living beings. Saying to Prahlad that it is a past time to fulfill desire. You ask anything what you desire. Yamanam Jagannati. So Lord also tests, even getting also test. Telling Sridhar Puravat, ask what you want. You want the opulence of this world, I will give you. You want the opulence of Sarvaloka, that also I will give you. You want to become a demigod, I will give you. You want the opulence of Vaikuntha, I will give you that opulence of Vaikuntha also. You want mukti of any kind, that also I will give you. So test. That's the test. But the test to prove and to qualify the devotees. Even a Siddha devotee tests others. God also tests, and because the devotee has the same nature as the Lord, they also test. Right? So they were testing Parikshit Maharaj. When we asked him, I told him, 6th canto in the beginning. So he was like, well, for a lighter sin, lighter attainment. Maybe it's lighter attainment, just like medicine. Those varies according to the intensity of disease. So disease, medicine, same atonement. Parikshit Maharaj said, well, atonement के बाद भी disease जाता नहीं है. अन्य कुंजर ये नहा लेता है फिर से आ जाता है देखा है तो लोगों को पकड़ते मारते पीटते बाहर जाके फिर चली गई you are right actually. Fruitive activities cannot purify one from the desire for fruitive activity. Just like the pot in which wine is kept cannot be cleaned by the wine only. कहीं बदबू आ रहा है उससे कैसे था? Pot of liquor cannot be cleaned by liquor, no? They said, yeah, that's true. Jnana Marga is good. Jnana Marga is good because, like, the grass is growing and you cut the grass and then everything. Jnana Marga, the propensity is there, one can artificially control the senses for how long? Vishwamitra, Saubhari, they were all Jnanis, but they still succumb to some graduation. What is the nature of that? Why? Because the root is still there. Root is still there. So when the favorable time comes, the root also goes. Like अभी आप फार्मिंग के ओर जाएंगे सब ऐसा जंगल दिखेगा पहाड़ दिखेगा अभी 2 बारिश हो जाएगा ना सब हरा भरा हो जाएगा सब हरा भरा हो जाएगा एकदम लोग हरियाली देखने आते so where the greenery comes because the seeds are there, the roots are there, they are waiting for the rains to come. तो बोले ज्ञानी भी है लेकिन अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलता है तो ज्ञानी भी dance केचित् केवल या भक्त्या वासुदेव अगम धुन्वन्ति गाष्टय तब बोलते हैं केचित् केवल या भक्ति केवल भक्ति approves the desire and ignorance in such a way that the darkness of ignorance is dispelled for months. Man can also Sukdev test for eagerness. वो हो गया सूर्यवंश का हो गया तो चंद्रवंश के बारे में 2 श्लोकों में पूरा कृष्ण लीला समराइज कर दिया and then कृष्ण सिंह की इतना जल्दी नहीं है लेटर ऑन आल्सो ही टेस्ट वो पूरा 1 साल का शॉर्टकट कर दिया बाल में ये वाला कथा 1 साल के बाद बताया 1 साल तक क्या 1 साल में क्या तब जाके वो फिर प्रोमो होने लीला का लोग तो कृष्ण वेरी अट्रैक्टिव प्लस कैंटो आल्सो ही टॉकिंग अबाउट ब्रह्म ज्ञान at the end of talking everything, talking of Brahma Jnana to test the steadiness of Parikshit Maharaj. Real meaning is not always in the direction of the devotion. So this is the testing purpose. Prabhupada writes more elaborately. Our question encourages Arjuna outwardly just to test Arjuna's sense of duty. Is not that Arjuna was incomplete in the sense of the duty, nor was Lord Krishna. Not like Arjuna's sense. Lord Krishna puts many of his pure devotees the test just to magnify the sense of duty. Gopis were put to test, Prahlad was put to test. So now, after reaching his own camp, Arjuna, along with his dear friend and charity of Krishna, interested in the murder unto his dear wife, who was lamenting for her murder. So he offered a Sutama to her, saying, I have brought you the killer of your. So Prabhupada says that Krishna is the friend. Everyone can thus enjoy the company of the Lord in the future life if he at all desires. Sincerely tries for it by the process. Now, when Draupadi will see, Draupadi saw, then her mood changed. What does that change mean? That we'll see tomorrow. Go further. Okay.
question.
Abhi the one, yeah. I had to go, that's why I stopped early.
Yes.
I need to complete. When I get over to the complete the last 15 minutes already. Yeah, probably. We'll cover, we are well in time. I'm keeping track.